All right, we're fucking back. Hopefully, we're both back.
Let's hope this works.
Anybody? Well, nobody else is watching right now. We just started it. But yeah, we're
I'm watching.
back. I certainly am back. I don't know if Joey's back to full audio video capacity, but certainly
Hang on. We'll,
video.
we'll we'll know in a second. I'm booting it up. It's loading. Doing it live. Damn it.
These
This
are the
is
perils of
yeah the pitfalls of
self-production.
podcasting.
Oh, Aaron just said good to go.
Oh, good. All right, good.
Thank you, Aaron.
Good.
For
Goddamn great.
being an ardent watcher, follower of the show, and always quick in the chat. Good.
Indeed.
Big ups to you in informing us on that.
That song's gonna be stuck in my head all fucking night now.
And guess what? It's free to use.
Yeah. So catchy. So good.
I hear it's the song of the summer.
I mean,
Last year it was definitely HH, right?
100%. You know, my brother was listening to that. Was the
13th.
The 13th most.
Oh, we went over this.
Yeah.
You bet your ass we went over this.
I mean, like the song was good.
It's okay.
If like you ignored the content of it, it was actually like a pretty decent beat and like it was catchy as shit.
It's alright. I haven't liked any of Kanye shit in a while.
No, same. I've always been a fan of Kanye when he's on other people's shit. I think all of his original stuff is pretty lame. Never been a big Kanye guy. He's very talented. I like him as a producer.
Yeah, I think he's a better producer than
I think as a lyricist,
performer.
he's excellent.
Yeah,
I
he's not
don't
bad.
necessarily care for his style, like his style of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
He's just not my guy. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy, he's not my kind of guy.
He's not my guy. You know what I mean? It's like Kanye's like, okay, bro, cool. Like,
Oh, hey, yeah.
I'm gonna go bang my scantily clad weird wife,
Yeah, dude, that meme from
who's
like
super fucking hot, but also
last
weird
year's
looking.
fucking
Whatever,
like
Tonys
Grammys or whatever, or
Yeah.
no, it was like the Met Gala where Jaden Smith showed up with like a crocheted house on his head.
Yeah,
But the meme was like, when you think you're gonna get all the attention at the Met Gala for coming with that as a house, but then a naked lady shows up because it was Kanye's chick who
right.
took off like her jacket or whatever, and she was just wearing a completely see-through like dress. Like
Yeah, she was wearing basically nothing.
no, it was a transparent sheet
Yes, it was
cut to
how
look
do you
like
say
into a dress cut.
provocative. Yeah,
Some form of dress. But yeah, that was it. And
it was. Well, yeah, that was it. Yeah, Jaden Smith was just like he's now Jaden Smith is out there like looking like an asshole.
yeah,
Everybody's like, "What the fuck are you wearing?" He's like, "God damn it!"
I thought I was gonna be like, oh, look at him.
Everybody was supposed to be looking at me like I was the cool one, and now they're all looking at Kanye's girlfriend because she's basically naked. Which
I mean,
totally not mad about, but you know,
it left nothing to the imagination. She was completely nude, like visibly nude.
Yes.
Like
right? You can see everything.
technically, she's wearing clothing, but
Right. Clothing would be a strong word, I think.
in like the loosest definition of the term.
Yeah,
I mean, technically,
a-
it's more than like a string bikini.
yeah.
But
not like in,
it's completely it's like a screen to like a screen door or like a screen house that you put up.
It was like it's like
tent.
in the military they say like there's cover and concealment.
Yeah.
This was neither.
No. It was like, hey, here's my tits and my pussy.
Yeah, this was like like Revolutionary War British, like let's all just stand in a line and shoot at each other until somebody dies. Type warfare, and it was just like, what the fuck? Like, why don't y'all hide behind that tree? They're like, that's dishonorable, sir. And you're like, yeah, but I'm still alive.
Well, you got a lot more guys than us, so
Yeah.
we're not going to do that.
I'm still alive. Got that going for me. I'll worry about the honor thing later. That's cool. But
I mean, it's
yeah.
how the Revolutionary War was won
Yeah.
overall. Guerrilla tactics.
Yeah, exactly. I watched. I made my. I didn't make my wife. My wife and I watched Last of the Mohicans over the weekend,
Mm.
and we watched that and Clueless. And Clueless was great. Stood up very well, like you said.
Yeah,
It's hilarious.
I haven't watched it in quite some time, but
It was very
Yeah.
funny. Like it was very. You could so tell though. Like it was like holy shit. This is mid-90s. Like
yes, of course, it's a product
Yeah.
of its time. Specifically, California '90s.
yes. And then we watched Last of the Mohicans because that was on like next on the like movies we need to watch list because she'd never seen it.
Oh Jesus!
I hadn't seen it all the way through like in one shot probably since it came out. And I'd seen the clips and obviously the ending is everywhere. But we watched it and like she was so fucking bored with it. 45 minutes in, she was just like, "What the fuck is this?" She does not do like period pieces, especially if they're related to war. And I'm like, "No, it's
Those
just a
are my
really
favorite period pieces.
Good... Yeah, I know, me too. I'm like, yeah, like my all-time favorite movie. It's like, oh, it's a tough call, but Saving Private Ryan's definitely going to be in there. And then and so she was like, yeah, she's like, this is like, is this get good? And I'm like, oh, God damn it, it's like Star Wars all over again. I was like, sorry. I was like, yeah. I was like, I guess you just don't appreciate cinema. She's like, I guess not.
Well, at least with that, it's not Star Wars. Like, it's a singular movie.
Yeah, right.
It's long, but
you don't have
it's
to watch
great.
like the whole culminate like 3 to get the whole vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Star Wars standalone, they're good, but when you know the whole saga and the whole story, it makes it way better.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
As with anything, well, I mean, it depends how far back you want to go. Like,
Right.
that's well, now they have shows, most of which have failed.
Mm.
But it's not like Star Trek where it goes back from like the '60s and there's been multiple seasons, different eras, and
Different
all that.
actors portraying the same character.
Yeah, sometimes I
Like
guess.
James
I don't
Bond,
know.
you know
I
what
was
I mean?
never a Trekkie. Well, James Bond has always just been a code name for the most part.
Right. It was right. It was never intended to be that, but you got to like, but you knew there was like different, but like, everybody has like, they're like, oh, I was a Roger Moore guy, or I was a Sean Connery guy, or Pierce Brosnan. Like those are like, you know what I mean? Everybody had their favorite, like
Yeah.
James Bond.
For me, it's still Connery #1.
Definitely. I think Brosnan would be #2 for me.
He's good. I think Daniel Craig was actually pretty goddamn good. Like
Daniel Craig was really good.
They didn't make him like he was, because in the books apparently James Bond is more of a brute. He isn't like that charming really. Like he is somewhat, but he's more of a I'm just gonna beat the shit out of you.
Interesting.
He's not very suave either. In the movies they portray him that way.
Well, in the movie, that's the thing. He's swagger through and through.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, in the books he has like this big scar on his face, and that would be a dead giveaway. You'd be a terrible spy because something so distinct. Like you want to be kind of you want to be like a good-looking guy, but not like distractingly so, and you'd also don't want to be distractingly ugly. You got to just like fit in.
Right. You'd be you'd be more villain than you would hero in that sense,
But at least more memorable. Be like, oh yeah, the guy with the scar on his face. Like,
yeah, right.
You want to look like
you're playing a high stakes poker game, and you got the guy with the giant scar on his face sitting across from you. And you're like, wait a minute, I know this motherfucker. Like, check his sunglasses. He's using them. They're X-ray.
Yes.
Cheating. They take them off. They're like, son of a bitch, how'd you know that? Well, what can I say?
Oh, and he saw my dick.
I know how to read people. It has nothing to do with the 8-inch scar going from his forehead to his chin.
Right, exactly. But
I'm just that good, baby.
No, I like, Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan was probably, he was like kind of like
good.
my introduction to 007. Like I'd seen some of the older ones. Like I definitely had seen the older ones, but I think Connery was probably actually my introduction to it. But like when I was old enough to like appreciate it and like it, when GoldenEye came out, and then obviously the video game coming out with it just made it into like its own, thing.
Well, the game came out like 3 years after the movie did.
Was it that long?
It was at least a couple years.
I thought it was a year or two maybe, but yeah, I forget. What year did GoldenEye come out? I know the game was out in like 97. Oh yeah, 95 was the
movie.
movie, and then yeah, 97 was the game.
Yeah, so 2 years.
2 years.
Right.
Yeah, which is kind of a lot when you think about it, but pretty good though.
In a way, yes, but because it wasn't like either they ran out of time for it to coincide with the release of the movie, or they just made it after the movie.
Right.
Or were like in talks to make it, but even they didn't know what the fuck was going on in the movie, and then they saw it and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, like, son of a bitch. But yeah, that was the game was really good because like the story mode was fun.
Yes.
In that game, it was
If
a really
you go to
fun story mode.
If you go back to play it now on an actual like 64 with the controller, do the controls make no sense anymore?
Oh my god, dude, it's impossible. I have a 64 set up downstairs, and I set my 64 up strictly to play GoldenEye and Turok.
And you're like,
I don't know how we did it. I don't even know how like how was I ever good at this game?
Yeah.
It's impossible now.
It really is. It's so I mean, at least like Nintendo controllers, or even if you want to go back further than that, the Atari joystick. It's a joystick and one button. You
Right,
get it.
Pretty straightforward.
The N64 controller makes no sense for FPS games.
No, not at all. Like Turok is way harder than I remember it being because I can't do anything.
Yes.
Like I can't control the guy. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is this? Like at least when like PlayStation came out, like that made sense.
Yeah, once they made the DualShock, they changed it. Sony definitely changed it. Made
Kev,
that standard.
I gotta run for 1 second.
Yeah.
I'll be back in give me 2 minutes. I gotta
take a shit.
Yeah. Hang on one minute. Don't sign off. I'll be right back.
All right, I'll be right here. Well, while Joey takes a shit, I'd like to ask you fine folks, how are you doing tonight? Thanks for watching, if you are. Appreciate it. Feel free to leave comments as you see fit. We'll get to them when we can. Usually when I notice them and Joey shuts up for long enough for me to say something. Just fucking around. But yeah, a lot of happened in the last couple of weeks since we had an episode. We got some things to talk about tonight. Let's see how many of them we actually do talk about. But, you know, that's how things go here over at the adult table. It's a very fly-by-night, seat of our pants kind of thing. What can I say? And yeah, there's no outside help. So it's just us, man. It's just us. So things happen. Thanks for sticking with us and hanging in there, folks. Oh yeah, did you guys hear about that thing that happened? Pretty fucked up, right? Oh yeah. I know.
He's the one I had to throw yesterday. He lost his mind. I love Chico though. I'm not mad at
from
him.
Mate 1, the Heartbreak Kid.
I told him, I said, bro, I ain't
Dusty
mad at you.
Hatfield, come
But
on down.
They got excited, didn't they?
Yes.
But I'm not mad at him at all.
Good fight, dog.
That was good.
Why not?
Hell yeah.
That was one of the best fights.
Hey, you did fight good, Carl, Dad. I thought what you did last night was chicken shit there, but you fought good today.
I didn't have nothing smart to say back, so I just swung.
You fought good today, bro.
There he
Now-
is. Give it up
now
for
this one-
Dusty, the Heartbreak Kid.
Now this
Why
one
not
right
some
here, they
redneck
about got
box?
into
Hey.
it last night.
Hey, he said I didn't have nothing smart back to say, so I just told him. I said, what
His
you did last
opponent.
night was chicken shit, but you did fight good today.
He's part of the Fighting Web family. He's
This
the
shit is
oldest
wild, guys. Have
brother.
you ever seen
Don't
this?
watch that motherfucker. He'll come airhole me in a minute. Watch.
I will eat
He's 30 years old, 175 from Preston.
These guys don't know what they're doing.
Somebody will.
And they have the dumbest. One guy was named.
But I don't think
Man
that he's
Bear
used to
Pig.
fucking. I don't think that he's used to fucking these little 1 minute rounds though. So we'll see how that
Bro,
translates.
Chico's just, when he turns it up, he don't know how to turn it off, bro.
Yeah, he's just headbutting the fuck out of
Dude,
him.
like he can't turn it off.
Yeah, these guys don't have no training.
He gonna hit the rail here in a minute. Don't hit it,
Yeah,
Chico.
you can't be
Fight on,
headbutting.
guys. Let's go, go, go.
Use your fist, not your head.
Why
Yeah.
did he go to punch him but not? Did you see
It's
that?
yeah, it's called a feint.
Even the commentators are like, what the
He's
fuck is
pissing
this,
Heartbreak Kid
man?
off with that headbutt though.
Yeah.
I can see he's starting to fucking holler.
He's breaking his fucking heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 1-minute rounds. It's fucking
Come
stupid.
on now.
Bro,
We're
this
gonna see.
song's got
This
some
one's not
serious
as
bass in it.
ridiculous.
Y'all feel the floor?
We're gonna see. Okay.
Dude,
Okay.
this shit badass.
Okay. We're gonna see. Let's see.
Is this my water?
Who knows?
Yes.
I think it
Y'all
What
is.
a round. Give it up for my fighters. What a round.
Yeah, well, I think you get the idea, folks. That's. Joey will be back in a little bit. As he said in the chat. Oh, yeah, the commentating on that is so ridiculous. You're right, Kelsey. There's that one we watched the other day, and he's like, what the fuck was that? And like, that better be the end of the fight. if it isn't, then I'm leaving, or whatever. He's like, yeah, if it isn't, I'm fucking leaving. Hold on. We're working on my shit over here. Alright, yeah, that's... Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, that's fine. Alright, Joey should be back in a couple minutes. Yeah, that redneck fighting is fucking ridiculous. Pretty funny.
Okay.
Ah, there you are. You stupid bastard.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he can't help you. He's dead. He died a long time ago. Like,
That was,
like 19 long time ago.
That was an emergency. I haven't had an emergency like that in a while.
Dude, your urgency. You were just like, hey, I just gotta say right now, I gotta go to,
I didn't want to say I'm having a medical emergency because that's not what it was. That makes it sound like I'm having like a heart attack or a stroke or something real.
Well, you were taking a long pause, and I was just like, I had to interject. I was like, just go take a shit.
It was more like my ass just threw up. You know, it was more of a puke fart than it was a shit.
Oh yeah, you ass barfed.
Yeah, it was bad. It was like Mount Vesuvius down there.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, like all at once.
There's like things encrusted that and lie, like they were like flash ride like
They're gonna
Pompeii.
I would say my asshole is trying to live no mas.
Mm. No more.
And of course,
Like-
my wife's in the bathroom, like peeing. And I'm like, hurry up! And she's like, what? And I'm like, I gotta go. And she's like, can you fuck off? She's like, can I just take a piss in peace, please? I'm like,
I
"Nope."
just envisioned you just walking in there and physically throwing her off the toilet and then taking a shit.
Be like, here, I'm just gonna like pick her up, just put her on the sink. Here you go.
Yeah. That's what I
Okay,
envisioned.
You know the funny part is, I have eaten nothing in the last 24 hours that was not like what you would consider like healthy or clean.
Mm.
Like I had like good meals yesterday, good meals today.
Yep.
I've eaten not like I've had no junk food. There was no Buffalo Wild Wings or Taco Bell or anything like that.
Yeah. balance.
just-
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, God, it's the price I pay for eating healthy, apparently.
I mean, these things happen.
Yeah, my wife's like, and of course, my wife's ridiculing me the whole time. She's like, "What do you have, fucking Crohn's? You fucking loser!" Like, shut up, bitch.
that, that's hilarious. If she called you a loser for having Crohn's.
Oh, she did. Well, I don't think she said loser. I think she said faggot, but whatever.
Even better, dude.
Yeah.
That's savage. That's just like fucking.
Oh, trust me, dude. The amount of shit my wife and I talk to each other is relentless.
Oh, well, you got diabetes, you fucking.
Oh, dude, she
No,
she calls
about to
me a,
no having
she
foot
calls me a
faggot.
fat fuck all the time. she'll like I'll be it's like we'll be playing pool, and you know I'll like miss a shot, like an easy shot, and she'll be like, "Nice job, faggot." I'm like, okay, like fuck you. And she's like, "What's the matter? The fat clog up your eyes, you fat piece of shit. Couldn't see that?" Like, it's and like, dude, we go off. Like me, and we are. It's like our thing. Like we talk relentless amounts of shit to each other,
Healthy
when we're, like,
relationship right there.
even like remotely competing in anything. Like if we're throwing darts, playing pool, like even playing like Beirut. You know, like I will talk shit to my wife playing Beirut.
Yeah.
Like it is game 7 of a world championship final at playoffs in Fall River. Like, and she's just like, go fuck yourself. Like earlier tonight, she was like, all right. She's like, I don't want to play. Like her arm hurts, like her elbow. She got like a tendon issue in her elbow. And she's like, I don't really want to play this. I was like, don't worry. Like, you're not going to have to shoot anymore after that anyway. And she's like, what? And I just ran the last like 6 cups off the table. And she's like, fuck you. And she's like, you weren't supposed to actually do it. And I was like, yeah, you know, babe, just kind of that dude, you know, when it comes
Hey,
to putting ping pong balls in solo cups.
if you're gonna pull
I am
up-
your guy.
If you're gonna call your shot like Babe Ruth, you better fucking deliver. Like,
Oh, dude, I've done that so many times playing for money. Like me and my buddy Tommy were, not to toot my own horn, but like we were probably, I would say, as far as like tape line elbow tournaments, like none of this like Vegas where you can lean over the table shit. But like tape line elbow tournaments, dude, me and my buddy Tommy, we were probably, I would say, probably the best team on the East Coast of the United States at one point. And that's not hyperbole. I'm not even saying.
Bold
I don't know how you
statement.
measure that, but we just didn't lose ever. Like, if we didn't win a tournament, it was considered like everybody's like, "What happened? Like, what happened, guys?" Like, I don't know, off night, you know, when shit happens.
which one of you break your wrists having it up the other one's ass last night?
Yeah,
at the
it's like,
hotel?
yeah, we guys fisting each other in the parking lots. Like, I remember one time we lost the tournament. We lost 2 games in a matter of 4 weeks.
Mm.
And both those games happened to come on the same night. We got eliminated. And I'm like, I haven't lost a game here that's the first time I've lost a game here in a month. And this kid's just like, and these kids are looking at me like they've never even won a tournament. I'm like, that's the first time I've lost in a month. And they're like, the fuck? They're like, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, just, you know, kind of that dude, you know?
Yeah,
And,
I mean these things happen, right?
and now I just, and like, I would hit like turnaround fadeaways for like the last cup, you know, or like make the other team like, hey, what cup do you want me to hit? Pick one.
Mm-hmm.
And then do it. And they're like, and you just get in people's heads so bad and you do stuff like that. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, just talking shit the whole
Oh,
time.
it was relentless talking shit. But I do that now. I like, obviously, I don't go to bars and compete in Beirut tournaments anymore because, you know, I'm an adult. But
Which Rose Alley has one going on right now.
a Beirut tournament,
Yeah, it's water, but which is
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course. But yeah, they do.
they still do that
Yes.
because I remember Chewy used to run that back in the day.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's running it right now, but
I think they do Vegas rules though, like where you can lean over the table, which is different.
I don't know. I've never done it there.
I should just go there one night and just be like the 41-year-old dude that just shows up and mops everybody up and be like, all right, cool. Like, I know you guys need this $100 to survive the week, but I'm gonna take it and go blow it on something now. Bye.
Hell yeah. I haven't played in ages, but I think I still got the touch.
I still play almost every day.
No shit.
Yeah, well, and not because like we love playing. I still do love playing the game.
It's
It is
something to do.
wicked fun. Yeah, it's something to do, and B, when we first moved into my house, when we first bought this house, we moved in. My backyard was like a mud pit, It was just the grass was shitty. It was gross. It was dirty. And we set the Beirut table up in the basement. You know, we had like our housewarming party, and everybody, like my brothers would come over, and like we would just go down and play and listen to music and whatnot.
As is
And,
tradition.
Yep, and it was something to do. And then we found out that my dog, 'cause I have a German Shepherd, she's very high energy, very high drive. She loved when we played. Like she would grab a ball and just start doing laps around the basement.
Mm.
And we would tucker her out that way. And then it became a way for us to just exercise the dog in the winter without having to go outside.
Yeah.
And like get her all like wet and muddy and gross and then bring her back in. You know what I mean?
Well,
And
yeah,
then obviously
high
we-
energy dog, you got to be able to,
Yeah,
play
and
with
we
them.
didn't want to be out there either.
Otherwise,
So
they're
we
going to
just-
destroy all your furniture and everything else.
Exactly. So we discovered that Lana, my dog, that's my dog's name, Lana. She's a very good girl. She's going to be 11 this summer, and she loved just doing laps, and she would just do laps and laps and laps around the basement. Well, what we didn't realize was that we were like conditioning this dog to now, like every single night, she has to go downstairs and somebody has to play a game of
Mhm.
Beirut. Like she will not go to bed. She will sit there and whine and cry and be wicked obnoxious until she goes downstairs and
So
somebody throws.
you've
the ping pong
somehow
balls at her.
conditioned your dog into not being able to sleep unless you play Beirut.
Yes. And it drives my wife nuts because on nights that I work and she's not here, my dog, like, she can't do stairs anymore, like go up the stairs because she's old.
Ah,
And the stairs are too, like, it's not because she's old. She's just a pussy. But she used to do them fine. Now she's just spoiled. And I give her a what I call a classy little ride, and I just scoop her up and bring her upstairs every night with me.
sure.
But now she's like forgotten how to go upstairs, so my wife doesn't bring her down there when I'm working because she can't lift up the 85-pound dog and just, you know, scoop it like it's a little Yorkie and bring it upstairs like I can.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't go down there. So the nights I work, the dog is fucking relentless and annoying. And it pisses my wife off to no end because she's like, oh my God. She's like, Lana will not shut the fuck up. Like she'll be texting me at work, like, she will not shut the fuck up. And I'm like, she does that. You know, but it's like, it's a thing. Like after this show, the first thing I do is go downstairs and I just pick up some ping pong balls and just start throwing them in cups. And she gets up and just starts going. She thinks like she's helping. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Like she doesn't need to. She's been outside all day. She's played. She's got plenty of exercise, but she will not mentally. She cannot rest until we go down there and do that.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's dogs and animals,
Which is
domesticated
why-
animals in general for it.
Which is why I still play Beirut pretty much every single day I'm not at work.
Well, there you go. There's the explanation, folks. You didn't ask
Yes.
for it, but there it is.
But there it is. It's, well, I don't want people to think like, you know, like it's bad enough like I wear like cut off sleeves all the time and like, you know, I'm a total bro with my Oakleys and everything else. Like I don't want people to think like I actually like still play Beirut because like I'm like, this is my game, bro. You know, like it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's just a
But-
thing that we started doing. I
But
swear
you
to God,
just
like,
so happen to be doing it every day.
and I still happen to be absolutely fucking disgusted. Like I just threw a perfect game. I went 10 for 10 like a couple weeks ago against my wife, which I've only done like 2 or 3 times in my life.
Yeah.
And in a 10 cup game. 6 cup I've done it a couple of times, but
Mm.
10 cup it's different because the rules we play, because when I used to run the tournament Knuckleheads, we had a very specific set of rules. We called pure skill rules. So there was like no blowing, no fingering, no fucking
Yeah.
NBA jam bullshit. It was just who can throw a ping pong ball into cups better than the other guy.
And like if you get it in on a bounce, that's 2.
Yeah, bounces were 2. We would have, but we played a lot of singles. So if like, you know, you and the other your opponent, like you could agree to like gentleman's rules, if you will,
Mhm.
before the game, which that no one had to agree to it, but like most of us, the good players, already kind of understood that, like, you know, if a ball goes bouncing off, like, and you're playing singles and you go chase it, that they're not going to bounce one in on you
Yeah.
while you're not there. So people would still bounce. It wasn't against the rules, but
Yeah,
but
and
we-
being able to block the bounce.
yeah, we did ISO cup or isolation cup or island cup, as some people call it. So you'd whittle it down, you'd get it a cup by itself, you call it, and you hit it, it's 2.
Mhm.
And then that was it. That was pretty much like the end of the rules. And then we had there was always a rebuttal unless there was 1 cup left and you hit it twice.
Mm.
So if you had 2 cups left and you went 1-2,
Yeah, that ices
the other
it.
person got 1 ball, shoot till they miss
Mhm.
to force overtime.
Yeah, shoot till you miss, right?
Yep. And then but yeah, it was fun. Like we had a lot of fun doing it, dude. Like I honestly, I actually miss the days of like, because I would play. Tuesday nights were, I think Tuesdays were home plate and Taunton. Wednesdays were Knuckleheads, and Thursdays was Snatch Alley was playoffs in Fall River.
Mm.
And I was playing at least 3 nights a week.
Shit, I never really played it out like at like an establishment. It was all pretty much always like just parties.
Well, that's where it started. You know what I mean? We started playing it like at my
Yeah.
house with my parents, and my buddy Tommy introduced us to the game, and then like everybody started playing it. It was like, and it got so fucking competitive so fast, and like it was just like a venerable who's who of like who's going to be the best.
Mm.
And like I would leave the table set up in my parents' basement and just play like with my wife, which was my girlfriend at the time. And
Well, you had to
anytime
break
anybody
up
was-
with her because then you had to marry her.
Yeah, exactly.
No longer your
Yeah.
girlfriend, now your wife. Yeah.
Yeah, no, she was the fiance phase is the funniest because you go from like, oh, she's my girlfriend, I mean my fiance, and then it's only like that for like a year and a half, and then just as you're getting used to calling her your fiance and not your girlfriend, now she's your wife. You're like, fuck, that's so stupid. But anyhow,
How'd that
yeah,
happen?
that's anyway, that's my little memory lane journey down fucking Beirut for no reason. But yeah, that's why I still play it every day because my dog.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
But I'm still good enough to go smash some hoes on the table whenever. Anybody who wants beef, you holler at your boy, bro. I mean, fuck Arby's, baby. I got the beef.
Exactly. He's the man, the meat, the legend.
I am excellent at stupid games that involve throwing things. Like darts, I was pretty good at darts. No, not great, but I'm okay. Beirut, though, crush it.
I'm decent at both. I'm not like very good at either, but you know, I can have a good game.
I was better at
in
darts
either of
before
those.
my injury.
I used to
when my
play
neck-
darts a little bit more back in the day, but
I wish I'd gotten into darts earlier, to be honest. Like when I was in like my teens, because like I love darts.
oh, it's fun. I played it more when I was in my 20s.
Yeah, I think
in like early 30s, and then I just
I started playing in like 2013, 2012 was when I bought my first dartboard
Oh no
and
shit.
put it up at like in my parent when I was still living at my parents, and I put it up, and I was like, because I was good at it because it was the same motion as Beirut, like same throwing motion, and I was like, oh, I can do this.
Yeah, it's just the weight and the thing is different, but yeah, you're
Yeah.
still throwing.
And
Good
I got
precision.
pretty fucking nasty at darts at one point. And I never really competed or played in leagues because it just never timed out with like my schedule and what I wanted to do with my life at the time. Or there's nothing close. There was nothing close by.
Yeah.
But I got pretty good. Like I think my best shot was in 501 was 11 darts, which is 2 off of perfect,
Okay.
which is insanely hard to do.
well, good for you, man.
Good for you.
You also bench press 500 pounds.
I did. Yes, I did. I think I'm probably the strongest person in the world to ever throw an 11 darter.
Hey, we'll see. Well, I don't know what the
Am I cherry
mountain,
Am I
what the
cherry picking
mountain's
some things here?
record
Maybe
is.
a little bit, but you know.
He's
I
fresh
wanna-
off of that what the enhanced games thing that happened a couple
I
weeks.
completely missed that. Did that actually happen? Was that a real thing?
It did, yeah.
Was it cool?
I don't know. I didn't watch any.
I didn't even.
I
yeah,
heard about it.
I heard about it, but I didn't think.
I heard it was
real.
happening, and then the next time I heard about it, it had already happened.
I was like, oh, this is just fucking AI bullshit. This
And
isn't
one
real.
person broke a world record, but it doesn't count because
'Cause
they're on
juiced out of their mind.
exactly.
Yeah.
It was men's swimming.
That makes sense. Swimming is a pretty. I can definitely see like obviously every sport you could benefit from
Mhm.
having performance enhancing drugs, but I mean,
Anything straight up like speed related, like swimming and running, like straight up running, yeah, you that's
Yeah.
gonna help.
I mean, I can't imagine because like the thing is like if you're skilled enough to do those things and refined enough to do those things, then you're probably already competing at a high level.
Yeah.
Like I have to imagine it would be like going to like Teamworks in Somerset and like watching flag football, where it's like it's a bunch of dudes who's like they're prime, like way past their primes, but they're all juiced out of their skulls, so they like still think they're, you know, in the NFL.
Yeah, their heart will explode within the next like 4 to 5 years.
Yeah, they're like you know, they're all the guys that are like it's or like semi-pro football, not flag, like semi-pro.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
just
At least full
Semi-pro
contact.
is like every guy that plays semi-pro football is like, yeah, dude, I'd have been the next Randy Moss if my head coach in high school didn't fucking hate me, bro. You know, like I'm like, yeah, I'm sure it has nothing to do with the fact that you're fucking 5'9" and 165 pounds, but whatever.
Yeah,
dude,
Randy
do you.
Moss is tall and can run really
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah, dude, I'd have been
Has
the
great
next
hands.
Tyreek Hill. I'm like, yeah, because I know every head coach that coaches football hates guys that have like world class elite speed. You know, just fuck those guys, bro. Fucking
Mhm.
didn't even have to work for it. You know, just born naturally gifted. Fuck that guy. I'm benching him. You know, I don't care if it costs me my job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how every high school coach thinks. But you know, you talk to semi-pro players, and that's pretty much what
That's
it is.
their
Why I never
whole
played.
Spiel, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I got recruited to play semi-pro like every year, and I was just like, no, stop asking. Like, absolutely not.
I worked with a guy that well, he was a kid at the time. He played semi-pro, and we had to open these trailers that we had off the side in the back of the building that we
Mhm.
used for storage. They were just there, like they didn't move.
Yep.
And we slide open the door, and a bunch of moths fly out, and he goes, moths! This guy's like 6'6", like 280, like maybe more. He's a lineman, and
Just a big motherfucker.
and he's afraid of moths. And I was like, dude, they're moths. They like a bunch of them hit me in the face, and I was just like, whatever, they're moths. Like,
Yeah, they're not bees.
oh yeah, that kind of sucks that they hit me, but like, yeah, they're not. It's not a swarm of bees or worse than that. But
God,
yeah,
that's funny.
dude, he acted like the elephant in a mouse. Yeah, it reacts to a mouse.
Oh, I
you know,
mean-
but in the old cartoons and shit.
I am like, there's a lot of things I'm terrified. Like snakes freak me the fuck out.
Uh,
Like if I see a snake, I will like. I was like pulling weeds in like one of my gardens, like a summer or two ago.
well, initially they're startling, regardless of what type they are, and then if you can
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
quickly
this is just-
identify it, you can just be like, all right, whatever. Or
This is probably just your
run.
average garter snake, like you know,
Oh, yeah,
completely
nothing.
harmless. You know, but like I'm pulling weeds, and all of a sudden, like I just see its like slithery body go by, and I'm by myself. I got my headphones on. There's nobody except my dog with me, and I just yells like, "Ah, snake! Fuck!" And I'm like, and I look around, and I'm like, I hope nobody heard that.
yeah,
Because that was fucking embarrassing, and I'm like,
who was
"But it
that
scared the
woman
fucking
shrieking?
shit out of me?" They're like, oh, Joey's wife must be gardening.
Yeah.
What's going on over there? Like, you know, my neighbor comes running, like, I heard commotion. What's this? Everything okay? Like,
Yeah, I heard a woman screaming.
yeah. It's like, nope, it's fine. It's just me. And they're like, what? They're like, shut up, fuck off, bye.
You-
Yeah, snakes piss me off.
Yeah,
they,
you
they
should-
scary.
Let me see how you react to a snake.
Yeah, fuck you. Like those things, fucking. I don't know if they like. I've seen Anaconda. You know, what if it turns
Yeah.
homicidal? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it-
like.
It vomited out John Voight after it ate him.
Yeah, right. I mean, you ever seen snakes on a plane? That shit ain't no joke. Fuck that.
Right? And that was a documentary.
Yeah. I am in fact tired of all these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
Mm-hmm.
Did you remember that video where it was like remember the all your base are belong to us?
Yes.
But did you ever see the snakes on a plane version of that?
I probably have.
It was
It sounds
so
familiar.
fucking funny. It was just like all your snakes are belong to us.
Mm.
And it's just Samuel L. Jackson, and it's just but there's the guy, and it's just like motherfucking snakes. Like
Yes.
it is so fucking funny.
I mean, it's as straightforward as a movie title can be, besides what came after it, too, like Hobo with a Shotgun,
Yeah,
which is great. I own that on in physical format. I think it's just DVD, not even Blu-ray. But, yeah, I bought that when it came out. Fucking Rucker Hauer.
oh fuck yeah, it still exists. It's right here. All your snakes are belong to us. Oh, dude, I gotta watch this later. This is so fucking funny to me.
Hell yeah.
God, I love fucking like early, like mid 2000 fucking early YouTube shit. Absolute classic.
Shit.
But anyway,
Yes.
Sorry, I think I've all right. I think I've hijacked the show enough.
Well, yeah. What? So, I'm trying to think of a segue here.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta plow through the wall, Trav, and just rip the Band-Aid off and say, "All right, Joey's done being an autistic retard. We can move on now."
Well, now that you've said, the obvious, lots happened in the past couple of weeks,
More
Joey.
11.
Yes. 100%. A lot's happened in the past couple of weeks, Joey.
Indeed.
What topic did you think you want to start with here? Because I remember you wrote down some things last
I wrote
week.
down a couple things. So I wanted to touch on the obviously the Texas primary. I don't think we have to spend a ton of time on that.
Right.
But Ken Paxton defeated what's his name? Corrin, who was the incumbent, who'd been there forever. He's a rhino fuck. Paxton won, which I felt like was a huge win for America. Because it gets us it positions us better for November for these midterms.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to be running against James Talafrico.
Yeah,
his real name is Talarico, or they call him. What do they call him? Talafrico, six gender James. What was the other one? They had a couple pretty good nicknames for him. But he's the guy that's he's very confused. He's like, the American flag is a very confusing symbol for most people. It's like, no, it's not.
No, how
it's not
is
confusing
that?
at all. Confusing is
confusing
not a
about it?
word I would use to describe the American flag.
That's
it's
pretty
pretty straightforward.
I mean, the three parts, well, the two parts to it are very well explained. Like 50 stars for each state, 13 stripes for the original colonies.
Well, I think it was more along the lines like what it stands for,
Well, that too.
But it's like,
Absolutely.
it's like freedom, honor, respect.
Yes.
Really, all those things. Like there's a million things you could say. It's like that's what it stands for. But these
I
Democrats,
stand for it. God damn it! Every time I shed a tear.
I'd surely stand up next to you.
Every
hate
time
that
I
song.
see it, it's a fucking Alan Jackson song or Toby Keith.
Where were you when they tried to blow up Iraq? But no, he's going to be running against Talarico, which I think is I think this should be about a slam dunk gets. I mean, obviously Texas isn't. It's not a gimme anymore, unfortunately.
Right.
Because of Houston and Austin, but Paxton is a guy that if he gets to Washington, that I think he'll be a reliable backer of Trump and Trump's agenda, and in terms of getting the SAVE Act passed.
Yeah.
Which I think is the biggest thing, because ultimately, Trav, this comes down to we've got to get rid of the filibuster.
Yes.
Because the first time the Dems take back the House and the Senate, like it's over. The filibuster is gone.
Yeah, and they were complaining about what was going down earlier. Regarding that. In where was that? In fucking was it Tennessee?
I believe so.
And it's like,
But
no, that's a good thing that didn't happen, because you guys are assholes, and take a look no further than the Northeast and see what it does to us up here, where the Republicans that were elected have no say.
Right, we have no representation.
Yeah.
So that was the gerrymandering, but the filibuster in the Senate obviously
Oh, right, yes.
is going to be, that's going to go. And the reason why it's going to go is because, and you don't have to take my word for it, just go listen to any Democrat politician talking about getting rid of the filibuster, because they know if they get rid of the filibuster, they can just start ramming shit down our throats.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't even have to listen to me. Go listen to James Carville. All right, who was everybody knows who he is. If you don't know him by name, you definitely know his face.
The Raging Cajun, that fucking
he was he's the Southern
penis-looking
Democrat. He was a big time Clinton guy.
Yep.
And
Huge Clinton guy.
yeah, he was, and he's actually been pretty spot on in his analysis of, if you will, of how like the political landscape is transformed over the last 10 years. And he's not a dumb guy at all. And even
No, he
he
isn't
is
dumb.
saying,
But he
Oh,
is
no,
an
he's not-
idiot.
he's not dumb at all. He is very, very smart. He is just evil in a lot of ways. And don't underestimate him.
Mhm.
And that's where I think, the Republicans and the the right need to make sure that we're not overlooking this, because if, let's say, the Dems take back the House and the Senate, like, Congress and the House, like, we are fucked. Like, the first order of business is going to be to impeach Trump again. The second is they're going to get rid of the filibuster. And then, God forbid they ever take back the White House, they're going to get rid of the filibuster. And when they get rid of the filibuster, what they're going to do, and this is Carville saying all this, not me, this is just go listen to him. It's going to include statehood for Washington, D.C., statehood for Puerto Rico, get rid of the filibuster, open borders. Like, they are basically going to undo, they're going to undo everything that Trump is trying to do in order to save this country from itself, or from the radical left.
Yeah.
And they are going to basically import it so that the Republicans and the right, or anyone that's not deemed worthy of the left's, appointment, will never win an election again. And we will be well on our way to full-fledged communism.
Will be, jolly well fucked.
Big time. Because if Puerto Rico and D.C. become states, and they get representation, fucking forget it. It's over, dude. Like, the Republicans will never win anything again, because D.C. and Puerto Rico don't vote red in really any facet worth even mentioning.
No. But, I mean, that would take, shit, if that happened overnight.
I'll tell you right now, if they take back if
that'd be bad.
the Dems take back Washington,
Yeah.
and that's why I think people need to really kind of like understand, like, this November is extremely important.
Yeah, if you, especially in Massachusetts, I can only speak for our state. I mean, I can commentate on, like Mamdani and what have you, and leaders in other states that I don't necessarily agree with. But I can only really do anything about it within my own state. And if anybody has a functioning brain and they're voting for Maura Healey again, you can just fuck right off the edge of the earth if
Well,
it were
that's-
flat, which it's not. But you can just, get out of here.
And that's, I think, what people don't. And again, like, Maura Healey is probably going to win again in November. Like,
Christ, I hope not.
I am 100% on board for Brian
Jesus
short sleeve. I'm supporting short sleeve all the way through.
Okay.
Mostly because my good buddy is running as lieutenant governor, and he's a good
right.
friend of mine, and I know him personally, and I know where his head's at, and I know what he wants to do and what his interests are. So
Sure.
I am 100% in his corner. That being said, realistically, in this state, do I trust this state? I know we've done it before. We've elected a Republican governor, but
Dude, Romney is a rhino.
Romney
Not
and
including
you
him.
mean, Charlie Baker.
Yeah.
More
Oh, Charlie
recently.
Faker.
Yeah,
Charlie
Longshanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Oh yeah,
I don't
he's a
trust-
rhino too.
Yeah, big time. And I don't trust, but the thing is like short sleeve, and Oliveira, who's my buddy Sean Oliveira, he's the lieutenant governor, or is running as lieutenant governor. And like, I know they're not rhinos. They're not. They actually believe, they have conviction. I know where they side. I know them. I know Sean personally, so I know where he stands on things. And
Nice.
so it makes it very easy for me to know who to vote
Well,
for.
yeah, if you have heard it, from the horse's mouth, and you believe that
And
they
I've
have
known
the
him for
conviction
years.
of that. And,
I mean, I
yeah.
played softball with him for years. He works. He is his day job, but right now is the same as mine. So he's one of us. You know what I mean? Like, and I know where he stands on a lot of these things, and he's a very pragmatic, common sense kind of guy. Like, he's no bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I like his, and it's not to say like that's nothing disparaging against the other Republican candidates. I don't know them.
Mhm.
I can speak to this because I know them. And I know where he's coming from, and I know, he was a city council, and I think he was like District 3 in New Bedford. And he ran
Right.
and won. I mean,
Yeah.
it was a grassroots run. Like he went door to door, knocking on doors, asking people to vote for him, and he won. And he made it. He's a city, a ward, whatever ward, I forget what ward he represents, but nonetheless, in a short period of time, he's gone from that to now being lieutenant governor, or could become lieutenant governor in November.
Potentially, yeah.
But I know where he stands on everything. So he's not a rhino fuck.
Hmm.
And again, and if he was, he wouldn't have my support.
Right.
To be quite frank, like I view politicians as tools to get what I want and to do things the way I want them to do it. If my fucking wrench is broken, it doesn't matter if it says, I'm a wrench on it. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use it.
If it's broken, it's not working. Yeah.
Yeah. If my screwdriver tells me it's a wrench and I'm like, nope, you're not, then I need to find a different tool to get the job done that I need to get done. That being said, I don't trust this state in its entirety
No.
to vote out Healy. No matter how
That's a
many
scary
times-
realization. I tend to agree with you. I know it shouldn't happen, but I won't be surprised when it does. If it
Same.
does.
I mean, I know who I'm voting for. I know who I'm telling all my friends to vote for, my family. I know who I'm doing the Dan Bongino 10-10-10 rule. 10 tell people, email 10 people, tell 10 people on Facebook, and then take 10 people with you to the polls.
Okay. Well, you're not doing the Portnoy rule where it's just one bite, everyone knows the rules.
No. Although I did think it was wicked funny that Graham Plattner, the nipple Nazis, people reached out to Dave Portnoy to try to get him on Barstool because they wanted to reach like the Barstool crowd. And Portnoy was like, you want me, a Jewish billionaire, to bring on a guy with a Nazi tattoo who wants to throw billionaires in jail? Like,
Yeah.
Hold up.
Right? Exactly.
But nonetheless, sorry. But no. So to the point though here, like with the primaries in Texas, like November is extremely important.
Yes.
And to keep it in mass. Obviously, the Republican primary in Texas went our way with Paxton winning. I love that. Love what that means going forward.
Yep.
To bring it here to Massachusetts though is a whole nother thing. Like, again, we just talked about how we have no Republican representation basically in New England, even though 45% of the region votes red. We have no red representation. So,
and even if we did, it's not like we have like big we don't have a lot of electoral votes. So
no, because everything's gerrymandered to fucking. Well, regardless, I mean, you're saying for the presidential election, right?
Yeah.
But yeah,
but within the state itself, yes, we don't. We do have. There are good red sections of Mass. Like we live in an area where quite a bit. Dude, Trump only lost Dartmouth in the 2024 election by like
votes?
16 votes or something like that.
I think it was 11 votes or something like
that.
that.
Yeah, it was under 20. I know that.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, to think that like this area and like obviously like the only town that I was very disappointed that Fairhaven went more for Harris.
Huh.
I thought Fairhaven for sure was going to be one of those like slam dunk. They're going Trump all the way.
Like Westport and like Rochester,
Westport, Lakeville, Rochester. I think Acushnet.
Yeah, like a Sonnet and
a lot of the more rural areas.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can drive from my house in the North End out to Acushnet River Valley, and just on that road alone,
Freetown, fucking
every single house has a Trump sign in front of it.
Most of them.
Like, it got to a point where like it became a meme because I'd beep at every house and be like Trump, Trump, and my brother-in-law was like, "Are you gonna beep at every Trump sign?" I was like, "Goddamn right I am." And like, it got to the point you're on the way to the golf course, like I might as well just been laying on my horn. Because it was that many. But Fairhaven was the only one I think that was disappointing, and I remember talking to somebody who lived in Fairhaven, and she was like, I'm wicked disappointed. She's like, I really thought that this was going to be the one, but nonetheless, it didn't matter. Trump won, but the bigger deal I think is going to be is like, yes, like I think no matter how many Facebook posts people make, posting their electric bills, their gas bills, and they're like, what the fuck is all this? Why is this so expensive?
Yeah, the delivery fee.
Yeah, they're still going to vote for the people that made all that possible, because they're either too dumb to understand that the people they voted for are the reasons why their bills look like that,
Yeah.
or they just don't care because their egos won't let them do it.
Absolutely. Yes.
So I have a very I'm very like I'm all in, on like I said, on short sleeve for governor, but I have a very, very, very tough time believing it's going to come to fruition in this state, in this current climate, because all Healy has to do is just go up there and be like, Trump bad, and everybody, all the SEALs will just go, five.
Well, again, the reason they don't want ICE around is because there's so many illegals here that are gonna vote for them, that are able to vote because they allow them to be here. So it's
Correct.
It's cause and effect.
Which is why we need to pass the SAVE Act.
Yes.
Which is why we need to nuke the filibuster, pass the SAVE Act, and make voter ID a requirement, a federally required law to vote in elections. Like, because once you get voter ID, that changes everything. Now it's like, okay, now elections can't really be stolen.
Exactly.
With
Dude,
the ease of which they've been.
You
at least
needed to
manipulated.
buy, if you are physically going to a pornography store, you have to provide photo identification to buy anything within that store.
It's crazy. Like, you need ID for everything.
Voting
like,
is
I can't even fucking.
Dude, the fact that it isn't like enforced with photo ID when you go to check in to vote is ridiculous in the first place, because the precedence is somebody can walk in there, know your address and name, and then just vote on your behalf before you get there, potentially. Like, or who knows, whatever method it could be done. It's imperative that is ID checked. Like,
yeah, and
you can't get onto a plane without ID.
Dude, you can't do. I can't fucking log into my FanDuel account without, providing ID.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, you can't work for like a Uber Eats or like anything like that without scanning your ID.
Correct. It's asinine that we've gotten to this point where, like, people are trying to tell you, like, oh, well, it hinders. And I love the way, like, the Democrats use, like, they're so fucking racist. And I don't know if they even realize they're being racist when they're like, well, black people are too stupid to get IDs. And you're like, and then you go, like, ask, like, any random black person on the street, like, do you have an ID? And they're like, yeah, what the fuck? Like, the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, stupid question. But then you're like, oh, well, it's disparaging to minorities who don't have access to get IDs. And you're like, how do you not have access to IDs? Like,
yeah, and how are you guys blind to your hypocrisy here and don't realize you're being racist?
Exactly. Like, I don't.
So you're saying black people are incapable of getting IDs?
Apparently.
And that's why it's racist? Because how else is it racist?
I don't. Exactly. So basically what you're telling me is minorities are too dumb to get an ID, but you want them, but they should still be allowed to vote. If you're too dumb to be able to figure out how to get an ID, you're probably too dumb to vote. I highly doubt that you understand the complex issues that are being told to you that are important to vote on.
Yeah.
So
anybody can get an ID. You can go to the RMV or DMV, whatever it's called.
Even if you get out of prison,
in,
which I know you're not allowed to vote on, you're not allowed to vote anyway. But even if you get out of prison, you still come home with a jail ID. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You have an and then you can get identification that isn't a license very
Right.
easily. So it's,
Which is, but the Democrats try to make it sound like they're like, oh well, you know, minorities don't have access to the internet, and you're like, then how, like, what? And then you go to like the hood and like you see these kids, you're like, you have access to the internet? They're like, yeah, dog. They're like, I'm playing fucking Call of Duty right now. Like,
yeah, on my free phone that my
Yeah,
iPhone
and
like
it's like-
17 or whatever the fuck number it's
But
on
they-
at this point.
but they portray it to be like, oh, like you're these, like we're these big evil people because we want people to provide ID when they vote. It's like, no, that should be the standard. Like that should be just like, that is one of the most common sense rules I think maybe I've ever heard. But nonetheless, like the SAVE Act needs to get passed because we need to implement voter ID.
Yep.
And then once we redo the census in 2030, after all these deportations and hopefully everything goes back to like kind of back to a more normal state, if you will, then things will actually be represented properly by the people of the United States of America.
Yes,
Not-
it's a good sign Paxton getting that nomination.
And the other thing that we need to do is we need
just
to
gotta-
remove,
yeah.
and I know the Supreme Court is going to rule on this. I think like any day, it's coming up, which is the birthright citizenship,
Mhm.
which I think needs to be eliminated ASAP. Like that we can't have that. Just because you're born here doesn't make you a citizen. Because a lot of these people, like the Chinese, are paying surrogates to come over here, have babies. That kid becomes an American citizen. They go back home to China,
Right.
and then when they're 18, they come back here and they vote in our
Well,
election.
is there a limit to that? Like, how far back are they going
I'm not. What do you mean, like how far back?
in
Well, I
time?
think it would just end it now. Like I don't think anybody's gonna get like it removed.
Retroactively,
Yeah, I don't think you get it
Right.
removed, but I think like from like the day they rule it, like yeah, no, that's unconstitutional. Hopefully, they rule it that way.
hmm
But again, I don't know. I don't know how because then that becomes another law that's going to have to get passed, and that could be, you know,
I
that's
think
gonna
it'd be
another
too
huge
convoluted for
hurdle.
them to do that.
Well, it's being heard by the Supreme Court right now, and I think the justices, are going to vote on it. I think within the next like I said, like it could be like any day now. I think,
well, I
like,
mean, them
June,
going
July.
retroactively back to
Oh yeah, no,
yeah, that would be too
I don't-
convoluted.
I don't think that will happen.
Yeah.
They might to a degree, but I'm not sure. I'd have to read up on the details of it. But again, I just think the Supreme Court I think is going to either rule. All they are ruling on is whether or not if you are born here, you are an American citizen.
hmm
Because like say like hypothetically, like you come from, I don't know, Norway or France, right? And
But you happen to be born here. I
And
mean,
your
it
wife
happens
is
all
pregnant.
the time.
yeah, your wife is 9 months pregnant, and you're born in a random hospital in Orlando because you're visiting Disney World for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And like, is that kid now an American citizen because he was born here? Or, like,
So it's
his
going to be
parents are
more
going-
circumstantial. Like,
Yeah, like there's going to be some substance to it. Like if you're going to be an American citizen, you have to be an American citizen. So,
like, are your parents reside here? Are they citizens? And also, or were you adopted by American citizens? That sort of thing. Like,
right, but I think that's the hang up is it's like, okay, like let's say you're from India and you're here on a work visa, right? And Indians come over on the and do all sorts of different jobs, right? Like
mostly buy up all the liquor store.
yeah, right. So but say like you're over here on a work visa, and before that work visa is expired, your wife has a kid.
hmm
And you live here for 3 months, and then your work visa expires. Now that kid is a citizen, but you two are but the parents are not, and they take it back to India. They raise it, and it grows up in India.
Yeah.
And then when it's 18, now it can come back to the United States, or it can come back to the United States whenever it wants. But when that kid comes back, and then when it's 18, it's allowed to vote in our elections, even though it's not raised here, it doesn't live here, it doesn't do anything. But
Yeah.
why are we allowing foreign people to affect our elections? And I get the whole the country was founded on like the give me your sick, give me your poor, give me your tired. That's all great. That's on the Statue of Liberty. It's not in the Constitution. It is not our duty to take your sick, poor, and tired. As a matter of fact, we've grown so much now as a country that we only want the best of your best, please. We don't want your criminals, your rapists, your murderers, your drug dealers, your slacky bums. Like
None
you
of
just-
those.
Nope.
demographics.
We want your good people.
Not a
because we're
fan. Not a
yeah,
fan
we're-
here.
trying to be a better country.
Yeah.
But again, this is like one of those things. Like, and I get it. We've gone down kind of a twisted little path here, but
As we do.
it's very tough. There's a lot. Basically, my point is there's a lot riding on November, and Paxton getting the nod
Mhm.
and getting these rhinos the fuck out of Washington is
That's a good
going to
sign.
be everything.
At the very least. But yes, he kind of has to win.
Well, I don't think I honestly don't think Texas is going to go for Talafrico. I really don't.
He's too gay.
I mean, this is the guy that thinks that, like, you go to Texas and you tell the like, hey, Texan,
He's too gay.
I want you to vote for this guy who thinks God is non-binary. There's 6 different genders and he's a vegan, and they're gonna be like, son, get me a rope in my pickup truck. We're gonna do a good old-fashioned fag drag. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the
Mhm.
kind of like. Could you imagine going to Texas and be like, hey, will you vote this gay, weirdo, freak, vegan to represent your state? And they're like, hell yeah. Like, no, that ain't happening. So,
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't-
you get your ass kicked for saying that, man.
yeah. Nah, man. Pretty sure you get your ass kicked for that. Like,
Exactly.
I don't see Tallarico winning, but then again, like, I just don't. You just don't know, dude. Like, the bottom line is, the Republicans have to get up and vote and show up, and I think that's where like the biggest issue comes in with the Republic with this country right now. Like, yeah, everybody wants to vote in the national elections, which is all great and fine and well, and like, thank God we got Trump back in, and that's all good and well, but
Mhm.
the meat and bones of our society is at the local level. Like, if you don't get out and vote on your local school board, then how can you be mad when your schools start teaching your 8-year-old kid or your 9-year-old kid like how to have butt sex with another boy?
Yeah, you got to be involved, especially as a parent. I'm not a parent, so I can't
He
attest
got
to
on
that. But
his
if I
knees
were,
and slid into my rear end. Like that fucking clip of what's his name? Was it Kennedy reading from that fucking book about like butt sex? He got on his knees and began to enter me from behind. Like, it's like he's reading this like in Congress. And you're like, oh fuck!
and
It
I
turned
say to you,
It turned into like it wasn't Kennedy. It wasn't a Kennedy, but it was one of those like old guys that's been there. He's wicked funny, but it was like it's like that turned into such a meme, and it's like how I got treated on the golf course today. He bent me over and began to enter me from behind. Like, it's like, how was your golf round? Like, that's how it was. Like, oh, say less.
yeah, you got fucked.
Yeah. But anyway, it's becoming a problem because, and again, and just to kind of like segue into like the Mondami thing, I know you'd mentioned him, but like a week ago, and we were going to talk about this on Wednesday, like just a week ago, this guy came out and basically told the city of New York that we're going to start confiscating properties that we deem not good enough, that don't meet our standard,
Yeah,
and we're gonna deem you like a shitty landlord, and because you're a shitty landlord, we're gonna take your property, and they're gonna give it to NGOs, different nonprofit organizations, and like you said, I
yeah,
think you said in some
nonprofit
cases,
organization.
yeah, back to the people, and I'm like,
It's community aid,
I'm
just
sorry,
like
sir.
what's happening with those tents in New Jersey right now, outside Delaney.
yes,
It's community aid tents
yeah,
that are
yeah,
that when you go inside, they have fuck ice flags and
yeah, right,
like-
and bricks and Molotov cocktails.
yes,
and-
it's not
Yeah.
just ice packs and fucking
yeah, it's not,
apple
it's
juice
not,
box.
it's
juice
not
boxes.
ibuprofen, first aid, and
Yeah,
and shit
exactly.
like
Right.
that.
Yeah, and Neosporin and some fucking like eye wash.
No, no, we're not that dumb, sir. Like, but I'm like that's not like communism or akin to that is communism. Because what happens when so now they decide, okay, if you're a bad landlord and you're letting your property become dilapidated and go to shit,
hmm
who determines who a bad landlord, like what makes a bad landlord? Is the bad landlord the guy who has to raise rent so high because he can't afford to pay all the fucking taxes and fees on the buildings that the city has imposed?
Yeah.
By design to like basically bankrupt you? Okay, like that's who determines what a bad landlord is? And then you obviously know it goes from, oh, you're an inept landlord, you can't keep your property in shape, to, you know what? Actually, you make too much money, comrade. We're going to commandeer this building and we're going to give it back to the people because you're getting too rich for our liking.
Yeah.
Off of this. You're becoming too wealthy. And then it turns into, you don't buy into the state's view of how we should be doing things here, so we're taking your property.
Mm-hmm.
And that is communism in a nutshell. Like, that's what they're doing in
That's
New
what
York.
they want. Dude,
And-
they're all against landlords. They can't understand the concept that they provide a service, and it's like
Isn't it fascinating how people just, like, they don't understand?
it's the ones that can't afford to own that complain the most, and it's like, well, then just buy a
Always.
house. Oh, you can't.
Right.
Shit.
Well, and
What are you complaining about then? What?
and listen, this is capitalism, supply and demand.
Mhm.
If the supply of apartments being available to rent is high because people aren't renting them because the cost is too high, then the owner of the building has no choice but to lower his prices to
Mhm.
get people to move in. It's an extremely simple concept. If people keep paying the prices, then why the fuck wouldn't they keep charging them?
Yeah.
Because clearly you can afford it. And it's like, well, I can afford the apartment, but I can barely afford my groceries, and I can barely, I can't afford to go to Starbucks, or I can't afford this or that. It's like, okay, do you want to live in an apartment in the city on the, whatever Upper East Side or whatever the fuck it is? Or do you want to save money so that you can move out of the city and buy a house or something along those lines?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's called sacrifice, dude. Like, there's a give and take to everything.
Yeah.
If I don't like the price of an apartment based on its location and how, the size, whatever, then I'm not going to pay it. But if somebody's willing to pay it, then good for them. Then they're willing to pay it. That's what the price is.
Yeah.
And if the rents are artificially inflated because of the government overtaxing you on your property, creating all sorts of red tape and fees and bullshit that you have and hoops that you have to jump through in order to maintain and own that building,
Yeah.
then the government is the reason why your rent is high. So what makes you think that they're going to all of a sudden come in and fix that?
No, they're not.
Like-
And it's not the landlord's fault either. They're the property owner. Yeah, there are shitty ones by definition in terms of how
Absolutely
well
there
they
are.
take care of the properties. But at the end of the day, it's a business for them.
Yeah.
Hopefully you got a good one if you are renting.
But
Yeah.
Trav, there are people that are so fucking retarded that they actually believe. And I had a friend, I wouldn't even call him a friend, a kid I knew who was like this, hated the owner of his company that he worked for, willingly chose to work for. It was like, I think it was like some like graphic design company or some bullshit like that. And he's like, this guy sucks. He's a fucking prick. He doesn't pay anybody what they're supposed to be paid. And this, that, and the other thing. And it's like, well, why don't you go work for somebody else then? Well, I can't because there's not enough work around here. And this, that, and the other thing. And da-da-da-da. And it's like, okay, well, sounds like he's doing what every normal business owner would do. And he's paying entry-level pay for entry-level work. He's like, well, yeah, but I'm better than that. And I do more and I deserve more because I'm more skilled and this, that. Like, okay, cool. That's all great. Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. I shouldn't have to do that. He makes too much money and he should have to pay me more. I do all the work in this company. And he's like mad at the guy that owns the business because
That
the guy
doesn't
that
make any
owns the
sense.
business is making money off of his labor that he feels like is underpaid. I'm like, then quit.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I can't. And I'm like, okay, then shut the fuck up. Like, what do you?
Then do
He's-
your job. What you,
And he's like, this is the problem with this fucking country. That nobody gets paid what they deserve here. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh no, people get paid exactly what they deserve. You either accept it or you don't. Like if you think you deserve more, go work somewhere else. If you're fine getting paid what you're getting paid, then that's what you deserve.
Yeah,
Like-
learn a trade or work up with whatever company you're in right now. Like,
And also, like you picked a job that was extremely watered down. There's 10 million kids just like you that are fresh out of school looking for entry level jobs to get their foot in the door somewhere and gain some experience.
yeah, because they have worthless degrees in
Yes,
whether it be
in-
any
in
kind of
graphic
liberal arts
design,
thing
which, like,
or
I hate to break it to you, but like AI completely just busted your whole fucking game.
yeah, good thing I mean I went to college for that for 2 years and then I dropped out. And good thing I did because holy shit.
Now, don't get me wrong, there is still value in good graphic designers.
Oh, and art,
People-
and dude, I love actual made art by artists,
Same.
people.
Like
fully
there is
respect and
definitely
love
going to
it.
be a there's definitely a niche. There's definitely going to be a need for those type of people. But for you to go like just design some shit slap fucking logo for some company that I can go on Chat GPT and have them do it for free in 20 minutes or less.
Yeah,
Why am I going to pay you money to do it? Like, sorry, you're a dumbass. I hate to break it to you. And, rough hit with the job search, but like, yeah, dude, you're kind of fucked. Like, this is what happens. This is how life works. Like, just because you were told to go to school and do something you love and you'll never work a day in your life. Like, yeah, that sounds all fucking great until you realize that that's not realistic at all, and you
I
got
like
fucked.
kayaking. Does that mean I
Yeah.
can do that for a living? I
right.
mean,
Like, like I love lifting weights and, I can't do that for a living. I love, I don't know, tons of fucking things. Like, doesn't mean it's going to pay my fucking bills.
right. But if
Like-
it was, you'd be so happy if it could.
And you know what the funny thing is? Everybody says that, like, oh, if I could just do my hobby for a living and make money off of it, it would be great.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Until your hobby becomes your primary source of income,
exactly.
and then you realize it's no longer your
fun.
hobby,
Mhm.
and now it's your job, and you learn to resent it just like everything else.
Yeah, like most big time streamers that are still doing it. I mean, some
Absolutely,
already
dude.
burned out. Some are still doing it, but
I follow a kid. He's a full-time
Yeah.
streamer, dude. He makes content for everything. It's all like NASCAR based and stuff like that. And
we're
that dude works more hours a week than I do.
yeah.
And I don't know how much money he makes. Like I obviously have no fucking clue. But I can probably tell you it's probably pretty similar to what I make a year. Maybe even less.
But he's
But-
constantly doing it. If he's, especially if
he's
he's
doing shit
editing everything himself.
Every day, all day, every day. Like,
Mm.
and then you got to go sit on a live stream for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours at a time. Which, yeah, you're playing a video game, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But at the same time, like, dude, there's no video game in the world I want to play 8 hours a day, multiple times a week, and then turn around and create content based on that. Like, nope, that's
Yeah,
a job.
it becomes a
Like-
job. Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's a reason why I was very reluctant to ever take advertising money for Row One Seat One, because I didn't want to be beholden to anybody, but mostly I didn't want to have to be committed to a schedule.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if I decide, like, Tuesday afternoon, I'm not going to do a show tonight, I send one text and it's like, all right, cool, done.
Yep.
And that's just for Sean, just so he knows, like, hey, we're gonna cancel the show tonight. I got something to do. All right,
Yep.
word. That's it. I don't have to explain to advertisers why we didn't do a show. I don't have to explain to everybody why we're not. It's a hobby, and I maintained it as a hobby for almost 13 years now. So,
Goddamn.
and that's why I still enjoy doing it. Like, I enjoy getting on and doing this with you because this is fun. It's a hobby, and it gives us something to do and talk about. And also,
Yeah.
I think we're pretty good at it. But
I'd like to think so too. And yes, this is. We are also not beholden to anybody else either.
no, but my point of this whole rant is that you have people like him, like this kid, who was mad at his boss, who made more money than him because he owned the company, as if this boss didn't do what he did, 20 years ago, and cut his teeth under some guy at an entry level job and earn his way up and earn the the right to own his own company. He just thinks it was like, oh no, it was just all given to him. It was just gifted to him. He just fell into this. It's like, no, dude, like he probably busted his fucking ass
Yeah.
to get to where he's at today, where he can hire 10, 15, 20 people to work under him and complete jobs and do stuff where he doesn't have to.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree
Like
with that.
that's the whole point, right? Like
Mhm.
and that's what Mondami is trying to take away from people in New York. If you worked your ass off and saved up and bought a fucking, whatever, 200 fucking unit apartment building, and you're renting those apartments out, and you're, as the building owner, you're struggling to get by because you're really not making as much money as people think. You like off of one property, like maybe you own multiple, but you parlay that and you buy and then you buy another one and another one and another one and another one.
Yep.
Then you start making good money. But that's a lot of fucking effort. It's a lot of work. That's a lot of fucking grinding. I don't think people understand how hard it is to actually do that and how much work you've got to put in.
Yes.
And Mondami just wants to be like, you know what? We've deemed you, the state has deemed you unqualified to own this building anymore, sir. So we are going to confiscate it from you. And we are going to give it to my buddy who owns this nonprofit. And now he is going to take over. And he's going to rent it out to all these people.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, all of you tenants need to get the fuck out because we have 200 families of friends of ours that are going to move in.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, the government is going to subsidize most of this, and we're just going to steal all the money and reap the benefits.
Yeah, and all your taxes are going to go to pay for these people's benefits and everything like that. So
it's a giant fucking scam. Communism is a scam. It's been a scam. It's always been a scam. And yet people
it's only killed than it's ever
fucking
helped.
fall for it, dude. It's crazy to me.
Yes. It's wild.
It's crazy that people are still falling for this fucking bullshit.
It fucking blows my mind, but what doesn't is how many of them are. There are. It's like like I said, I've described them as a hive mind. It's
100%. Just go on, go.
Most of them
is
lack any kind of critical thinking. Like, I can agree to disagree, and I can also agree on some points that they make sometimes, depending on what the topic is, what the issue is, what their
more
stance
far
is
and
on
few
it.
between. But yeah, there are certain things that lefties do that I'm like, yeah, that's actually like. I mean, people are always shocked when I tell them I'm pro-choice.
Yo, same.
And they're like, what? I'm like, how are you pro-choice? You're a fucking MAGA idiot, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm pro-choice because I don't believe in the government having any ability to tell you what to do.
Yes.
Like whether that's having an abortion or not, like that's between you and your God. I don't like you're the one that's going to have to carry the burden of what you did, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have issues with people who just treat abortion as like a form of birth control, where they're like, oops, I let 4 guys nut in me this weekend, and yeah, I don't know which ones it is, so I'm just going to get rid of it.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
I draw
that
the line.
Morally, I have an issue with that, but again,
Yeah.
not my place to say what you do with it. And it is even less of a place for the government to say what you do with it.
Yeah.
So, granted, the federal government's one duty that I think surpasses all others is to protect human life in the United States.
Yeah.
So I guess we could have that argument if you really wanted to. But at the same time, I don't believe the government should be able to tell you what you can or can't do, especially if it's an unborn child. I don't know. It's a very touchy subject for a lot of people. For me personally, like, it depends on how long. If it's super early on and they're like, well, conception starts at, the heartbeat or, when the first cells are formed. I'm like, yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
I can see it both ways.
That's kind of a gray area.
Yeah, where it's like it's not
understand.
really a human being yet. It doesn't have cognitive thought. Like,
it's
whatever.
life, but yeah.
Right. But it's like, is it really though? Like, I don't know. It hasn't.
We were all that. So yes,
I know. Right. Exactly.
To one end, yes, absolutely. To another, it's still.
Yeah, it's still so early in the process that like, is it? Which I get why like this. That's what makes this like subject so difficult. because like where do you draw the line? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And all I know is that I draw the line, and I don't want the government telling me what to do. Period. End of story.
Same.
So take that for what you will. So I guess, but that one always freaks people out when I'm pro-choice, and they're like, what? Like, yeah, why should the government be able to tell you what to do?
Believe it or not, you are. Yeah.
Exactly. But,
Also, believe it or not, I've got to take a piss real quick. If you
Okay.
can maintain.
I was gonna say I could use a freshy drink.
All right, yeah, we can just take a break and then we'll
You
come
want
back
take
with
a
our
90-second piss and spruce break?
yeah, and then we'll come back with our final segment.
Yeah, that works.
I got it loaded up, so
All right.
all right.
That be back in 2 minutes.
All right, folks. All right, well, I beat Joey. He's got like stairs to deal with. I don't. I'm faster. Yeah, so we got a funny thing to talk about next, folks. That's going to be nice to do. But hey, again, how you doing? How you doing, folks? How about them redneck fights, huh? That's fucking stupid, right? And yeah, Iran. Seems like every other day there's like another update where it's like, oh yeah, they're on a Trump and Iran have a deal made out, and then like 4 hours later, nope. Because I guess Israel is going into Lebanon again now. Yeah, it's a fucking mess over there, and we shouldn't really be involved in it. It's kind of not our problem. That's just my opinion, of course. My opinion does not reflect all of the hosts of the Adult Table. Although I think Joey would agree with me. In fact, I'm positive he would. Yeah, but oh man, I can't wait to play this video. These fucking assholes. So, yeah, this has to do with New Jersey. In case you don't know what's happening there, there's the Delaney Center. All right, here comes Joey.
Nah, right.
All right, speaking of big messes
Yes.
that just happened and continue to happen, New Jersey. What's
Ugh.
going on up there? Fucking.
So I'm not gonna lie, I haven't paid too much attention to it. I did hear that a ICE agent got into a fight with a protester and they got run over by a truck. But
Well, quite a number of things have happened there. Not the least of which is includes this video. So, in case anybody doesn't know, there's an ICE detention center there. just like there are in other states, most prominently Minneapolis, when you think of like these types of things happening. And yeah, it's a straight up riot. It's been going on for over a week. They've enforced a curfew now, and then leftists are posting zero context footage of people getting arrested and be like, completely unprovoked. Oh, you could just sit here so sitting on a sidewalk is illegal. Meanwhile, it shows the guy get snatched up real quick, which is efficient as fuck. I was like, hell yeah, guys. But it doesn't show anything that happened before that happened.
Naturally.
So
well, if
zero context.
We can't show you what happened before it. It would be detrimental to our cause.
Precisely. So
It's like, was it Jim Carrey? Like, I can't do that. Why? It'll be devastating to my case.
yeah, Ace Ventura.
No, liar, liar.
Oh, liar. Yes.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
great movie.
So, anyways, the
The Claw.
exact.
He's all just Magoo.
And then yeah, Carrie Elwes tries doing the claw, and it's just like, nah, it's not happening, man.
Right? Which is crazy to think that he went from fucking playing in Days of Thunder to that.
And Princess Bride,
Yeah, true. He's in a lot of things.
dude, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah.
He's great in that. But so there are all these protests going on, and one guy who is like the biggest piece of shit I can think of, one Hassan Piker. I'm putting up the footage now of him being humiliated outside of one of these events.
Institutions that are doing this violence feel a sense of accountability, and they change
That's a political philosophy, right? That's what it says. I thought you knew what I was saying.
They getting him out of there. He just got to. Something just happened, bro. Something just happened. Be careful. I just seen a nigga bust his ass right there.
So yeah, he's.
Wait, what happened? What happened that quick? What
He's a
happened?
fucking fraud. He don't know what the fuck he's talking about. People following him because he got money.
Yeah.
Look at him running. You don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Fuck Twitch. They get out of here with them view bots. You view botting pussy. The fuck out of here, you view botting bitch. The fuck out of here, nigga. Go back to your desktop, you dog abuser. You fucking
Calling
dog
him out for
abuser.
shocking
You
his
abuse
dog.
dogs, huh? You fucking bitch. You abuse dogs, right? How about we abuse you?
I love it.
You fucking punk.
I love it because I
You abuse dogs?
fucking hate Hassan Piker.
Word.
He's the
What's
worst.
up? What's up?
One of the
You abuse
absolute
dogs,
worst
too?
people ever.
What's up? You fucking dog abuser, get the
Like,
fuck
just,
out of my
I mean,
shit.
like, in terms of, like,
Fuck outta
internet
here.
personalities,
Fuck
like,
Twitch.
I think he's up there, like,
Go suck
I wouldn't
Dan
even put him
Clancy's
up there
dick.
with what's his name
Punk,
there?
yeah, I ain't talking to you.
The
Respect
why
women,
don't you
queen,
just
I will
buy
never
yourself a
disrespect you,
Bugatti
queen.
and then get
Stay in
yourself
your lane.
millions of dollars, and then girls will love
This
you
for my
because you
people
got a
right
here.
Bugatti.
I don't even know
fuck's
this
his
nigga.
name?
This is my people. Fuck you. Fuck Twitch.
That
You dog
misogynist
abusing
fucking
bitch. Yeah,
dude
you
that's
dog abuser.
kind of fucking makes a lot of good points when he's not being a
You
troll.
abuse dogs,
Um,
right? You think
Oh my
that's
god,
sexy?
the hell is his name?
You think
I mean,
that's
this-
sexy? You think abuse
You know which
touch
one?
me.
The one
You
that
think
the
abusing
Romanian,
dogs
the
is
one that goes
sexy?
the Romanian sex
You think
trafficking
abusing
thing.
dogs is
Oh,
sexy?
Andrew Tate.
You
Andrew
think
Tate,
abusing
thank you.
dogs is
Yeah,
sexy?
no, I don't
Yeah,
like him at
bitch,
all.
what's up?
No, I don't either. But
Okay, so
like
fuck him then.
sometimes,
Fuck
like
him then.
sometimes his
Why you
points are
walking
like,
with him if
okay,
you
like
did?
I get what you're saying.
Why you walking with him if he abuses
Because
dogs?
he does make decent
Why you
points, especially when it
walking
comes to
with
like
him if he abuses dogs?
like men
So
and
if you condone
divorces
that,
and
fuck
shit
you
like
too.
that, like whatever.
Okay,
And how
come on.
men are like basically
Come on.
treated
Yeah,
as
we can run,
second
let's
class
run.
citizens,
Yeah.
even though
Let's run, baby.
but we
I
do
like
it to
running, let's
ourselves, so
run.
it is what it
Let's
is.
run. Let's run.
But
I
like,
like your red
yeah,
hair. It's
Hassan
nice.
Piker's like right up there
Yo,
with
you
him,
abuse-
like
yo,
in
you
terms of just like
abuse dogs, you
insufferable.
Oh, dude,
people
I
that,
mean-
like
Also, he's
Abuse dogs,
in
you
favor of
know?
terrorism. He also
Fuck
just
Twitch,
got
don't
his.
touch me.
He was denied access. He's
You
banned
smell
from
like
going
shit,
to the
though.
UK.
You do.
Him
well,
and his
wasn't
uncle.
He the one
Fuck Twitch and
said
fuck
that
you.
that
Fuck Twitch and fuck
the U.S. got what it deserved on 9/11.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he said
He
that. Like,
he later tried to backtrack it, but it's like, dude, you were on record saying it. But anyways, that video is great because it took one black man to start spitting truth and give him right back what he deserves. Hassan, that is, and he's just says nothing. He has his little cronies try to get in the way. And he's like,
I love
"Oh,
it. I mean, He is, because
He's
Hassan
being called out
Piker's-
right there in a big
he's
way.
nothing but like the thing with people like Hassan Piker is he's nothing but a rage bait, clickbait, like online personality. And I didn't know this. Like I knew who.
Oh,
I knew
he's
his
a
name.
giant grifter.
Exactly. That's all. And that unfortunately,
And
a
there's
lot of-
grifters on the right as well, but he is one of the biggest on the
tons.
left.
Tons of them.
Yeah.
But the
All
thing is
kinds.
with Piker is like I believe that like there are people that are grifters that don't believe everything they're saying. Like, for example, Jimmy Kimmel, right? Wildly left-leaning grifter.
Yes.
I don't believe Jimmy Kimmel actually believes the things he says. And the reason I say that is because he's almost basically admitted as much, where he's like, it's just an act, it's TV, like, you know, whatever. And like he's basically alluded to that, like, I'm just doing this because they pay me to. And
Right.
that I could see, because how do you go from like doing blackface Karl Malone to
Yeah, the
every
Man
single-
Show, Crank Anchors, like,
yeah, and
like
then like
stuff
every,
that's
and then every night
politically
you get on late
incorrect.
night TV and you're basically like, Trump is bad, then you cry about it. Like, no, there was somebody got to him and paid him, and he's an actor. And again, I get that. Like, there are going to be people like that all the time. I'm sure there are right wing people that I think are pretty that are heavy grifters. Like some would accuse Laura Loomer of being one. Like, I don't know. There's plenty of people that go out and do this kind of stuff and just do it to
Candace
make money.
Owens definitely is.
Candace Owens is definitely one. Like, she's gone. Tucker Carlson's become one.
Yeah.
Like, these people are making money off of just saying wild shit. Now, I get that those people are like, they're saying it because it's an act and they're getting paid. But there are people that actually believe, or at least they'll start off as a grifter, but then they actually begin to believe their own shit. Hassan Piker, I think, is one of those people that actually believes the things he's saying. Because
Even though he's so delusional. Like, we went to Cuba to help people. Dude, you were throwing out, like, cookies and shit to kids and treating them like animals. And you and Kneecap decided to have a fucking party and it shut down, like, all the hospital, like, the electricity of the hospitals and like, almost the whole city. Just so the hotel that they were at could have power.
Right, yeah, great.
Like, people died.
Communism hard at work. Yeah, great. Hey guys, we got some rich elites that want to have a party, so no electricity for the night. Good luck.
Yeah, and we're here to tell you, we're here to help you, the people. Yet the rich people that are here in Cuba, and
Yeah,
then
we're here
everybody
to help
else
you. By
is
the way, we're gonna rob you of your electricity. For
we
the
literally
next
just killed
16
some
hours.
people inadvertently.
But I didn't know this until you told me right before the show that his uncle is Cenk Uygur,
Yes, of the Young Turks.
which the
who
Young
created
Turks has
it.
been for a long time. The Young Turks has been one of those like one of those like those are the people that I laughed at.
Yes,
And,
I
like,
laughed
I
at
remember,
them over a decade ago. Like,
Yeah, like I
like in
remember
2010, I was laughing at them.
Yeah, like like early
Even before that.
2010s when they were like coming up and they were like people were and people were like quoting them and using them like to prove their points, and I'm like, who the fuck are these people? First of all,
It's a leftist echo chamber, and
exactly. But people treated them like, back like when people used to think like Snopes was like a fucking, that was like a gotcha moment for the left, was when they would go on Snopes and they'd be like, oh, actually Snopes says this, and then you find out that Snopes is just basically a left run NGO, like that's a propaganda machine, and you're like, oh well, that makes sense. I mean, I knew that from the pretty much the day I started using it, like going on it and seeing it, and I was like, huh, these people are full of shit. But dumb people fall for it because they want to fall for it. The Young Turks is the same thing. People would use that like, well, this is the young, and they would quote them like, post articles from like their publications and shit like that. And I'm like, you realize the Young Turks is not like some objective, like down the middle media outlet, right? And they're like, yes, they are. And I'm like, oh
dude,
my God,
they're literally named after the party of people that committed the genocide against Armenians.
Indeed, they are.
So, like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, and more importantly, have you ever listened to Chunk Unger? Like that dude is for being as like successful as he is. He's
That big sweet
fucking
potato shaped. Well,
Yeah.
that big human shaped sweet potato, I should say.
Yeah. He went on Dan Bongino's show before Bongino went to the FBI, probably like 2 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
And he was on,
Had
and
to have
Dan and him had a back and forth, and it was. Let me say this: it was very one sided, in the sense of like you could tell who the idiot in the conversation was, and spoiler alert, it wasn't Bongino.
Mm-hmm.
And Cenk Uygur, all he did was just sound like what's his name from Team America? Was it Tim Robbins, where he's like, you say the corporations, right? And they sit in
Yeah.
the corporation buildings, and they're all corporation-y.
Yep, that's Tim Robbins in that.
And they do corporation stuff, and then
They're
that's
all
bad.
corporation-y.
Yeah, and it's like, and that's all Cenk Uygur could basically produce. Like, he made no coherent points. Everything he said was super easily debunked and rejected. And he's like, well, trickle down economics is a Reagan era thing, and it's like everybody's like, okay, like, can you find me one economist that said that used the term trickle down economics?
Right.
Find me like one economist in the history of economists that are mainstream, that do actual economy study,
Mm-hmm.
that use that phrase, whether it was Reagan's administration or otherwise.
Yeah,
And they're
but
like,
is it even happening
no.
right now? No,
and
it's
they're
not.
like, no, no. Well, I can't say that. You're like, exactly. Trickle down economics was a phrase coined by the left in order to try to make Reagan's economic policies look bad. Like Reagan
Yeah.
never said trickle down economics. He never used that as a ploy. He never ran on it as an economic policy. It was never put in. It was nothing. It was just this made up fucking thing. And yet
Well,
they're
it
saying-
was that the left's way to describe what they kind of what Reagan was saying, but that's not even really what he said either. So
it wasn't even close to what he said.
no.
And they just took it as that, and they were like, you know what, that'll work. Got him. You know what I mean? Like, we
Mhm.
found out today, like, I don't know if you heard this today or not, but like the FBI basically came out today and said that they found documents regarding the Russian hoax, like buried in an office from the 2016 Russia hoax, where they basically were like, yeah, we just made it up. It was all just made up. None of it was real.
Yeah, I mean, so
And we're all like, well, yeah, duh. But we found
we're
like they
fucking
found, like,
vindicated once
but
again.
yeah, but they found an acknowledgement from the DOJ at that point that they're like, all right, well, if we just make this up, like who's gonna find out?
Mhm.
And it's like, oh yeah. And I forget who it was that came out and said it that in an interview, but it was like, yeah, basically the whole thing was just made up. I'm like, no shit. Like, I didn't need a rocket scientist to tell me that, but yet I still have friends that will look me dead in the face and be like, I don't know how you can support this guy. He's in bed with Russia.
It's like I appreciate the eventual
like-
disclosure, but not really. So also fuck you. And
Yeah,
yet,
it's like,
you're right, Greg. It's the Russians. They think we are stupid. Grigori
They
thinks
put-
they are stupid. And
they
shit.
put a microchip in my head and then they want to send me to Siberia.
Niet.
Yet, da. Do you
I
have
show
your
you
peppers,
Milton.
comrade? I love doing a Russian accent. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's easy, but
Oh, it's good for a soul and vocal practices.
yeah, you have good. You got a bit of egg on face, sir.
In
but
Mother
my point is-
Russia, I fuck you.
In
I don't know.
Soviet Russia, road forks you. But no, like the whole thing is like the grifters, like Cenk, he just sat there and just he has no fucking ability to like articulate a point. His whole and I told this to one of my
He
friends.
never has. The
yesterday.
fact that he's made a career has like a
Like-
network essentially. Well, on like YouTube at this point, but you know what I mean. Like even before YouTube was a thing, he had like his website where you'd go to watch his shit. So,
Right,
the
you had
fact
to
that
go
he
to-
still is able to do like people, he has sponsors. Like what? The
I'm pretty
fuck?
sure he had like I'm pretty sure they had like a channel on DirecTV at one point.
I don't know about that. I always just knew him be like my
I'm
asshole
pretty sure,
ex.
like I remember like going through like the guide on DirecTV and like they had either a show or a channel, like just dedicated to their shit. It was short lived.
Maybe it. I don't know. I don't remember if it was. It could have been on something like when there were other cable channels like Fuse and IFC and shit, but it wasn't on IFC. I was watching the Whitest
yes,
Kid
the
You
Young
Know
Turks
back
had a
then.
daily television edition on a DirecTV channel
Oh,
from
current.
2011 to 2013.
Okay, yeah, that does make sense.
Yep, I knew it. I know I had seen it before.
Yeah, I
And I
never
couldn't
watched
believe
it
it.
on television. I just always saw clips of it on like a computer or somebody's phone.
Yeah, they were on Fusion, so they had a show, not a channel.
Right. Yeah,
Yep,
they probably have
DirecTV.
like a weekly or maybe like
yeah, they were on
semi-weekly
Fusion,
show.
which was carried on DirecTV till 2020. And they were on from 2011 to 2013.
Well,
I
I
knew-
mean,
I
either
had
way,
seen
they're
it.
faggots.
Oh, they are the biggest. He is the biggest fucking homo, and I say that like and oh, by the way, Happy Pride Month. Get ready
No.
to get
no,
ready
I'm
to
not
get-
saying that.
get ready to get browbeaten with rainbows for the next fucking month.
No, I'm not gonna
Um,
utter those words, and I really resent. Again, I've probably the second time I've said this on the show. I really resent the fact that my birthday is in June now because of this.
Yeah, well,
But I do have
Well-
the same birthday as Donald J. Trump, so
that is a good birthday.
It's
so
also Flag Day, too.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, Flag Day
absolutely.
is your birthday. It's awesome. But my point to this whole thing was that I didn't know that Hassan Piker was Kank's fucking nephew.
yes,
And now it just makes all the sense in the world why this guy is the world's biggest faggot.
Mhm.
Like, I could not. I am still like mind blown. Like I had no idea because I pay so little attention to these people. Like I know they exist, but I don't care about them because they're so insignificant in the grand scheme of things. I pay attention to the people. Like I'll pay attention to James Carville. I'll pay attention to, Kamala, Gavin Newsom, the politicians, the heads of the snake, if you will, the
Mhm.
people that are sitting at the big kids table. Like I don't give a shit about what, Sank and his fucking nephew have to say about really anything because they're not important. They're just propagandists that carry the water for these people.
yeah,
but
cannon
there's-
fodder.
Yeah, but there's plenty of that on, CNN and MSNBC and everything else. So like they don't even show up on my radar, but it all made so much sense when you said that. And I was like, no fucking
Right?
way,
Yeah,
dude.
because I mentioned that before we started.
Yeah, I'm still floored that I didn't know that, and A, I didn't know that, and B, because again, why would I know that? I don't, like I said, I don't follow or pay attention to these people. They're nothing to me. In fact, they're dumber than me. I mean,
Well, you're
granted-
better off not seeing their content, but oh shit, lost you there. Yeah, you're better off not seeing them in general. All right, got you back.
Okay.
But yeah, you're better off not. I try not to watch them in general, but I do see them pop up on like my X feed primarily, because I'm only on there and Instagram in terms of social media. But
well, yeah, like I'm
seeing
on
him get
Twitter for the most
fucking
part.
absolutely eviscerated in the comments.
Oh, dude,
in that
seeing
video,
him get
he's
s-
getting run out of there. And then also, he's in some serious shit right now because of the stunt that he pulled in Cuba. He broke some federal laws, like international shit.
I would love nothing more than to see that man thrown in federal prison.
Yeah, because of it's
Just
was
because of
determined like the quote unquote aid that he provided there, and also the reason he went there was basically like fraud,
Yeah.
which
Right.
big
Exactly.
surprise.
And that's my biggest thing with them is these people, they're fucking fraudsters, they're grifters, and I know they come in all shapes and sizes and on both sides.
Of course they do.
But like if your whole shtick is to go on your podcast or your show or whatever you're saying and be like, the United States got what it deserved on 9/11, like, dude, fuck you. Like I had personal friends that were in those towers. Like I know families and people that are fucking that had to suffer, and I watched it all happen in real time,
Yeah.
up close and personal, and it was not pretty. Like, I remember being there on 9/11 that night, and they're waiting for a phone call from, you know,
Anybody at that
their
point.
daughter,
Well, yes,
or
them
anybody
in
to tell them
particular.
that she's alive, and she, I mean, you remember she went to Dartmouth High, like, you know what I mean? She got killed. She was in the
Yeah.
first tower. It was Lee
Yeah,
Oliver.
she was in the yearbook for my
Yeah.
graduating year because that was my senior year.
Yep, and like I remember, but like my family was tight with her family at the time, and I mean, shit, I remember Leah teaching me and Ryan how to drive stick in her brand new BMW Z3
Beam.
that she had just bought. Like, you know what I mean, the little convertible thing, and she was teaching Ryan how to drive stick on my street. Like, I saw Leah all the time, like hung out with her family, her cousins, her siblings, like everything like that. I knew those people personally. So when I hear somebody go up and say like, "Oh, they got what they deserved in 9/11," I'm like, first of all, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I had to watch those people mourn, you know, the day it happened.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like it was like, oh, I was like far away. Like, no, I was at their house the day on 9/11, like that afternoon. We got out of school, and they lived right down off Arthur Ave.
Yeah.
Well, by the old high school, and we
Yeah,
walked
where
down
I
to
used
their
to
house.
park.
Yeah, exactly. And we walked down there and walked down the end of the street, and the whole family is there, and everybody's freaking the fuck out. And the phone isn't ringing, and the longer the phone didn't ring, the more you were like, fuck, like. But, you know, there was like small hope there initially, because it was like, oh, well, you know, this is still 2001. Cell phones weren't like what they are now. And they're like, so many people are using the thing at the same time that, you know, maybe the tower, you know, the signals are not working. And that was a real thing that was happening. But like,
Yes.
so when I hear somebody say some shit like that, like off the cuff, like, listen, I'll be the first one to make some like, you know, like tasteless 9/11 jokes and shit like that, because it's, you know, like they say, it's not a tragedy till you can laugh at it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But when I see somebody say something like that, and it comes from a place of malice and hate, and they truly mean it, like,
Yeah.
you can fuck right off.
Exactly. And hey, you know what? Yes, Greg, I did see that Sam Hyde challenged Hassan to a boxing match, and that should happen, and Hassan would get destroyed. Sam Hyde would beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, it was. It just. I honestly, like, I have a special. There's a special, like. I have a special level of contempt that I hold people in, like Hassan Piker, because it's one thing to be a grifter and make money off doing like stupid shit, like go be like the Jackass guys, right?
That's
They
not
made
really
millions.
grifting. That's just you're
Well,
you're harming yourself, and it's not a grift because people are willingly paying to see you
okay,
injure yourself.
right? Maybe all right. So
and
maybe
your
that's a bad.
friends.
Maybe that's a bad example.
It's not
but,
really
like,
a grift.
But there
it's
are
like-
Jimmy Kimmel, for example, right?
Oh, grifter.
Grifter, but relatively harmless. He doesn't come out and say like people deserve to die because they didn't agree with him. I mean, he does in a way.
I mean, hasn't he? Kinda?
Kind of has, actually, now that I
Like,
think about it.
Not maybe
Right,
indirectly, but he.
Oh, if you don't get the COVID shot, then see you later, Jack. You know, like,
Yeah, he
we're not
said
treating
that.
you.
Colbert said the same thing. He had the
Yeah.
dancing syringes.
Oh my God, one of the worst. But like these grifters, like there's a special level of contempt I have for people like that, because there's a million ways to make money in this country,
Mhm.
and making it off the backs of other people's misery. And I get it, it's rage bait, but like people, I don't understand. Like, I don't know when we became a society that was just purely based on clickbait. And I mean, it sucks that we've dumbed down to this level.
I want to say probably around 2014.
I was gonna say 2014 is like the number that stands out in my head, because I think that's when I started to notice
Maybe a little earlier, depending on how far. I'm trying. That's just where I immediately went with. Like,
I think 2014 is where like it became mainstream. It started before that, but you were able to say dumb shit,
well, by then everyone had a smartphone,
and everybody was on social media.
and all of that was optimized for the current smartphones.
Correct.
Whereas before they weren't all working like what they are
like,
now.
But I remember
where
like
it's,
I remember people
seamless.
saying stuff and like getting into to debates with people, like politically or otherwise. Like the gun debate was always a big one, right? Because we had 2012, we had Sandy Hook, and then you had the Aurora the Aurora. We call it that at work. We call
No, you didn't just do that.
the Aurora Borealis.
You're not saying the Aurora shooting was Aurora Borealis. That's
The Aurora Borealis was what we call it.
Boreal. Oh,
Yeah.
sounds like a death album.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But like, not funny. People died.
Mm-hmm.
Like real people got killed because a transgender fucking weirdo decided to go shoot it up. But transgender wasn't a thing yet, so he was just considered a weirdo.
Some
but, like,
faggot.
Yeah, exactly. But the gun debate would come up constantly during that period of time. And I just remember getting in, like, people didn't even care. Like, I would go through and have arguments with people, like, over the course of hours on multiple different posts on Facebook through other people's stuff. And you would prove somebody so wrong, and they would just be like, whatever, doesn't matter. I don't care. Like, this is how I feel. And it's like, yeah, but you do realize that your feelings don't fucking matter. Like, the facts don't care about your feelings. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. And then, doesn't matter. I want to save lives. You're an asshole. You have no empathy. Fuck you. And they're like, okay. Like, that's when I think 2014, I think, is when I really started noticing, because it started like 12, 13. But I think you're right. 14 is when I really started noticing that, like, people that I thought were smart, or people that I thought were well informed, or would at least take the time to inform themselves on something before they just went on a Facebook rant about it,
Or at the very least, rational.
anything of or you're right, and they were nothing of the sort. They were completely irrational, completely uninformed, and just hyper emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't care because they could find something on Snopes or the Young Turks or whatever that whether it was taken out of context or not, but it would fit their narrative, so they didn't care.
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom,
Yeah.
they're concocting all these false narratives.
Meanwhile, under Meg Griffin's bra.
Yeah. It shouldn't have.
But
this is worse than the time Meg dated the announcer for the Super Friends.
Yeah. Meanwhile, under Meg Griffin's bra. I remember getting into having an argument, a back and forth with one of our friends from high school for about 3 hours on Facebook. I mean, in real time. Like, it was back and forth for 3 hours. And
that's like a 12-round boxing match right there.
Seriously, like, this is like a 15-round fucking pride fight. Like, there was no fucking no one was. And I kept just everything he said, I just kept debunking and proving wrong. And then, like, I don't know, like 2.5 hours into this conversation, or 3 hours into this conversation, we're discussing the merits of owning an AR-15, and the left thinks like, oh, those are weapons of war. I'm like, cool. No army has ever gone to war with an AR-15, nor would they ever.
No.
Is it semantics? A little bit, but the fun switch makes it a pretty big fucking difference. Nonetheless, a rifle, it does damage and can do damage. And people are like, well, why do you need to own a weapon of war and this and that? And this person said to me, he goes, I don't understand why you need a weapon that's capable of fully automatic fire. I'm like, do you understand the difference between semi-automatic and fully automatic?
Right. I mean, it could be modded, but
No. Yeah. Well, if it's modded, I hate to break it to you, it's illegal.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but assuming that it's not, there's a huge
but
difference. And also,
he
what is
doesn't
the highest
understand the
caliber that AR capacity is?
What do you mean, like the highest, like the bullet size?
Yeah, is it just
It's a
22?
5.56
Okay.
is the round, which is like capable. Like, it's like AK-47 is 7.62.
Right. Okay.
The caliber of the bullet, like you get 9mm 45, like different calibers and whatever. But those bullets contain different grains. I mean, there's different levels. There's different AR-15 is just stands for Armalite Model 15.
Yes, it doesn't stand for assault rifle.
Assault
not in
rifle
any
or
way.
automatic rifle or anything along those lines.
Nope.
But this kid didn't even understand the difference between semi-automatic and fully automatic. And I'm like, whoa, hold on. because he said something along the lines of like, why do you need a rifle that's capable of burst fire and this, that, and the other thing? And I'm like, they're not. And he's like, what do you mean they're not? And I'm like, hold on. You mean to tell me you've been arguing with me for 3 hours about something that you don't have the most basic fundamental understanding of?
At that
And then
moment, you realize you wasted 3 hours of your life, Joey.
No, you know what it did? It just proved to me, it proved my point, and I got to put him on a pedestal and show the entire Facebook world what a dumbass he was. And just because you can sit there with a thesaurus and Google different words and type nice flowery language that you don't understand doesn't necessarily mean you understand the topic at hand.
Well, he should Google actual laws and how they work and all that other stuff instead of just providing platitudes and
You would
empty
think that would be
echo
where it
chamber
started, right?
rhetoric that doesn't make any sense and doesn't really apply to what you're talking to. It's a blanket statement most of the time. And
100%,
usually that
and-
blanket, your feet are still sticking out at the end. You're like, I'm not comfortable.
Well, it's the problem, and again, this circles back to exactly what we were just talking about, is that we've become a society of just where we don't read past the headline, and as long as whatever information is there, as long as it confirms our preconceived notion, we don't look any further. We're like, nope, that's all I need. Because God forbid if I look any further and find out and apply context and logic and everything else to the situation, I might find out that my initial stance is wrong and my ego cannot handle that.
Again, I'll said it before, but I'll reiterate again right now. Yeah, they purposely leave out context. They don't play the full
All the
clips of anything.
Nope.
It's all
Because if
cherry picked bullshit.
I mean,
And
Trav, how many times have you
They're
had
exposed.
somebody tell you Donald Trump's a racist and you're like, name me one racist thing he said, and you're like, very fine people on both sides, and you're like, oh my God, you cannot be this stupid. Like, you realize that it's not what he said, right? And they're like, yes it is.
no,
And then you show them the real clip and they're like, well, how do I know that's not AI? I'm like, oh, okay, you're right, yeah. I just YouTube this video from 2017 and somebody retroactively AI'd it to make it say that. Right.
Oh, and it's also CNN's footage that
Yeah.
they filmed themselves.
Right.
It has all their shit all over it.
But that's the thing, and but I found this out, I found this information out, and I found out this is the way people were primarily through the firearms debate and the Second Amendment and everything else, because people just they hate what they don't understand, and they just want to be emotionally they have to be right. Their ego needs them to be right.
Exactly. They like you said, they don't actually understand what the fuck they're talking about in general, really. And then they're virtue signaling themselves into oblivion. It has to do with suicidal empathy as well.
Well, suicidal empathy has just become,
it's part of it.
I mean, rampant. It's like but the thing is, it's so fucking funny though, Trav, because again, go back to a couple of years ago when, what was it, Texas or was it Ron DeSantis sent all those fucking migrants to Martha's Vineyard?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, no, just no. You can't stay here.
Yeah, and
You
then
need to
they got
go
sent.
to Wareham, you'll blend right in.
Wareham, and a good chunk of them came to New Bedford as well.
Yeah, like the people over there who are like, they're the ones championing for this shit all the time. And it's like everyone's welcome and everyone should be allowed and everyone's a citizen and all human beings and blah, 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 blah. And then as soon as they
Except
dump
not
them in their
where I
backyard, they're
live
like,
or
oh.
where I vacation,
Yeah,
specifically
they're
for
like,
the
oh,
vineyard.
fuck no, you ain't here to fuck my shit up, motherfucker. Get out of here. And all these, and it's always liberal white women. There is nothing I hate more. Like everybody's like, I tell people all the time, like I am super racist against one demographic, and it's liberal white women.
Yeah, they're the worst.
That's why we call them awfuls.
Yes,
Affluent
awful.
white liberal women.
Yes, that's I had the meme of that.
Mm-hmm.
No, oh yeah, and Greg is agreeing with you in the chat. He said, "Yes, Joey, thank you. Don't let that be forgotten. The people being sent there to the vineyard." Hell yeah.
Oh wait, sorry. What was it? I was reading the comments. There's a whole shitload of them.
Oh, I think Greg wants to suck your dick.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, Greg. Thank you. No need.
No, he
Civil-
didn't say. I'm interpreting for.
I know. I read.
He's
the
like, I
comments.
like you, Joey.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Well, listen. I just don't understand. Like, I
He said a bunch of other shit too.
Oh, by the way, I texted you the name of our friend from high school that I had that argument with. It's gonna surprise you zero, by the way.
I already probably know. Like
I bet you could guess. And you'll tell
yeah,
me
of
if it-
course.
yeah. Right. You probably could have guessed that, right? Like
It's baloney time.
But like he didn't understand like the basics of the argument, and I'm like, hold the fucking phone. And I'll never forget my cousin texting me on the side being like, is this guy a fucking complete retard or is it just me? And I'm like, he's a really nice dude. Just let him slide. Like he's just very misguided. And you know, and this and that. And like but it's just again, it's this microcosm of how things have just progressed in the last like 10, 12 years, like you said. And I'm not giving up yet because I still think, I think with like, again, to bring this show back full circle to Paxton winning in Texas, to the Spencer Pratt shit that's going on out in LA, you know, Trump winning in 24, all this stuff is giving me a lot of hope that people, at least there is enough people in this country that are sitting there and going like, all right, hold on. Like, why are dudes saying they're girls and being able to go in the bathroom with my, 13-year-old daughter?
Hey,
like, that's a problem for me.
Boston shut down that stupid bullshit thing that Mayor Wu wanted to have the period
Yeah, the
for
tampon fucking...
Yeah, tampons for men day, basically.
Yeah.
That's
like,
essentially what it was.
What the fuck are we doing here? Like, seriously.
Nope, canceled. Get the fuck out of it.
But and I'll leave it with this, Trav, as my final point. I had a great conversation. It's my final. What was that fucking blonde? That hot blonde bitch that was like kind of annoying, but she was conservative, so she was cool. Tommy Lahren.
Oh yeah,
remember her?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was like. Remember, everybody was like, I fucking hated her little last segment that she did.
I never watched her show. I was just like, yeah, she's kind of hot.
Yeah, she was hot. Like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't kick her out of bed unless she wanted to do it on the floor. You know what I mean? But like I hated the way like she like lectured the audience at the end. Like she gave me the vibes of like that fucking like that dude in his car who's doing like the car video, the quintessential like and fuck you and clean your clippings and shit. You know, like
yeah,
that guy. And like she would lecture, but like I think that was what her segment was like with final thoughts, right? I think that's why. Anyway, sorry.
Well,
Tommy Lahren,
to be honest, they were all cringe, even Jerry Springer's, because he's saying like this heartfelt bullshit thing at the end where he just had like pregnant women beating the shit out of each other. It's like you couldn't be more disingenuous. Like your show is garbage.
Nobody does it better than South Park because they always had that like today I learned moment at the end where like Stan or Kyle would give like.
Usually it was Kyle or Stan. It was like I learned something today.
Yeah. And like looking back at it, they were totally just fucking like spoofing Jerry Springer.
Pretty
like,
much. Or just
if
like
your crackhead husband knocks up your sister.
Well, also old sitcoms in general. But yeah, also old sitcoms in general where everything is like, oh, that problem of the week is now solved. Like
All in the Family or whatever. Didn't they start that or was it like?
No. The format was there long before that. All in the Family was kind of one of the first ones to be like
break that mold.
Well, to be like controversial, like to attack issues, like.
Wasn't like but didn't like the Brady Bunch do it like that and like shit like that?
That shit was all very tame. Saccharin, man, that's all saccharin, baby.
I'm trying to remember that.
That's
I don't know.
Saccharin,
I didn't watch a lot of TV back in the day unless it was like Looney Tunes. So.
Oh, I mean, I watched all that too, and all that shit. But yet,
I mean, it's probably why I'm so high cultured is because they're like, oh, when did you learn, like, where did you learn about classical music? And it's just like Bugs Bunny riding that fat fucking horse
yeah.
with the blonde pigtails.
Well, yeah, Flight of the Valkyries playing,
yeah.
but it's catch the wabbit, catch the wabbit.
No, that was the with my sword and magic helmet. But anyway, I'll leave it with this. Like, I talked to one of my good buddies the other day. We were having this conversation. I forget what about. It might have been Spencer Pratt. It might have been something else. Let me look it up because it was actually kind of central to my point before we got very off topic. They were talking about Bugs Bunny and fat horses, which I absolutely fucking love that episode.
Hell yeah. No, the best Bugs Bunny bit is Meat Canyon's Wabbit season, but you can't watch that online anymore, unfortunately.
Oh, right. So we were talking about basically how like we've had some friends the last couple of months that like I've noticed a general like change in how certain people have addressed me in the last like year or so. And like people who I would consider friends and be very warm and welcoming have been like kind of like cold and distant.
You mean
which is fine?
You mean there's certain people coming up to you and not saying "my lord" and bending the knee?
Yeah. And like they're just like they just kind of stay away. And like there's like one instance of a friend of ours that like I saw him at the feast and like even my wife was like, he could not have gotten away from you faster. Like it was like he like did not want to be seen talking to me. Hyper liberal, by the way, but nonetheless, like my buddy and I were talking, and basically, it boils down to this: the left's entire, I guess I don't want to say campaign, but their entire platform is it's a bumper sticker, right? Everything that they do and they say fits on a bumper sticker.
It's meant to be easily digestible,
right?
As long as you don't think about it.
And it's like it's something as simple as like like the coexist bumper sticker, right? Like, hey, coexist, everyone should get along, right? Like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Until you realize that their version of coexist means no, you must coexist with me the way that I want you to coexist with me and do all the things that I want you to do. Otherwise, I'm going to eradicate you from the planet.
Yeah, you can be any of these things that these symbols in this bumper sticker represents here.
Unless it's one I don't like.
Unless you disagree or you disagree with me in any kind of way.
Correct. And then and that's where we've gotten to with the left now, and guys like Piker and Chunk and all these retards on the left.
Well, those guys have been grifters since day one.
Right. Well, yes, but it's not about them. It's about the people that I know that personally that follow and listen to them. It's like all my friends that like I have a bunch of friends that are I consider themselves conservatives, and they're like, and then all of a sudden they're like, wait, they're like, are we really doing this because just fucking Israel told us to? Like, why are we fighting Israel's war? Like, the fucking Jews, man, it's the fucking Jews again. And I'm like, oh God, stop with the goddamn it's the fucking Jews thing. Like, it's not the Jews. And they're like, Trump's just protecting pedophiles. I'm like, no, he's not.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. I'm like, Trump's a pedophile. He's in the Epstein files. I'm like, you don't think we would have fucking known if Trump was a pedophile by now? Seriously. Like,
it would have came out so long ago. You fucking kidding me?
Dude, they would have Hillary Clinton would have sold her own husband down the river in a fucking heartbeat if it meant that she was going to occupy the White House in 2017.
100%.
So don't give me this like, the Jews and Epstein and all this stuff. It's become such a lazy thing. But the problem is that the left has this, they have this bumper sticker thing, right? And they don't want you to exist unless they want you to exist the way they want you to exist. Say that 5 times fast.
No, I won't.
Yeah. It's like, it's like somebody, one of the cons at work was like, yo, P, like I heard you was talking shit about this, that, and the other thing. And I just looked at him. I was like, yeah, whatever they said, I said it. And it just like completely caught him off guard. They're like, wait, what?
And you're like, you heard me.
I'm a professional shit talker, dude. It's what I do. But like, the bumper sticker theory for the left is what it's become, and again, they have no substance. As soon as you address any of their claims with logic, facts, and begin to question it, it just completely explodes and comes unraveled, and there's nothing but just hollow virtue signaling left.
Yeah.
And that's where we've gotten to with this whole thing. And it comes from like Mondami in New York, AOC. They know that they're on the ropes. And, you know, just to kind of bring this thing home, like this November is so fucking important for these primaries. It is so fucking important for the Republicans to keep and maintain Washington, D.C. and keep control.
Mhm.
Because if we don't, the first thing that's going to happen is Trump's going to get impeached. He's not going to get convicted because there's nothing there to convict him on.
Right.
But you know the circus and you know what we're going to end up with.
Another
And then you're
kangaroo court.
allowing these fucking people to
Yeah.
continue pushing forward with this bullshit agenda that does nothing for anybody. All it does is enslave the poor further. And I know everybody's like, oh, fucking billionaires. You know, if I hear fucking Bernie Sanders sit here talking about, you know, it used to be millionaires need to pay their fair share. Now that he's a multimillionaire, he's like, oh, billionaires need to pay their fair share.
Not millionaires, billionaires.
And we are on the fast track to an oligarchy.
Please
Yeah.
ignore me and my 6 houses all over
God,
New England
he's
and
such a
across the
fucking-
United States.
You
of
want to talk
America.
about grifters? I mean, most politicians are, but anyway, I'm ranting now. I'm just,
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought a minute ago, but, sorry about that. That was pretty unhinged and all over the place. But anyway,
Hey, you spoke your truth, Joey.
you got me off track with Looney Tunes, and then
Yeah, sure. Blame it
Now-
on fucking
now
Looney.
all I can think of is Bugs Bunny riding that fat fucking horse, which I still think. I don't know why I don't have that like framed in a picture somewhere. As a matter of fact, I might go and like, I gotta print out a picture of I gotta get a picture of my dad for Father's Day.
Mm.
And I think while I'm at it, I'm gonna get that picture put in a frame too.
You could include Big Chungus too.
I actually have Big Chungus is behind me. You can see him right here.
Oh, he's up there somewhere.
That is Big Chungus right there. You
Hell
can see
yeah.
the ears. That's Godzilla. That's Big Chungus, and that's the lonely narco guy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
And
dude.
then Dat Boy is around here somewhere too.
Oh,
might
the
be
frog on
downstairs.
the unicycle?
Yeah, the frog on the unicycle.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I gotta cut this out of it, but I'm gonna give this to you next time I see you in person.
Nice.
But yeah, it's it. It'll just be. I'm gonna cut the side out
Oh,
of it.
sick! You got the Godzilla 30 rack. That's fucking
Dude,
dope.
I have like 19 of these.
That's awesome. Where do you find them?
Just at liquor stores. Well, this is a 30 rack.
Yeah, but where did you find like what liquor store? 'Cause I just want to buy a 30 rack. I'll buy a 30 rack of PBR if it has Godzilla on it.
Jay's on Dartmouth Street.
Oh, bet. I'm going there tomorrow.
Hell yeah. But yeah, well, you're gonna get this. I'm gonna have
Oh,
it framed for you too.
I love it.
It'll be a nice little thing for your office.
Yeah, I think
over there.
I forget where Dat Boy is at now. He's around. I think he might be downstairs actually.
Riding that great big unicycle in the
'Cause
sky.
my buddy Sean that does Row 1C with me, my co-host on Tuesdays,
Of course.
hates that meme. Like he hates it. Like it pisses him off for whatever
So
reason.
that's why you keep doing.
That's why I got it and I kept it around for so long. And like I remember like
It's out of spite. I love it.
Yeah, I like put like Bo Nix's head on it at one point last year during football season. I was like, oh shit, here come that MVP. And like, he just got wicked mad about it. It's just he so rationally hates that meme. It's so funny.
Fucking A. Oh, and yeah, hell yeah. Greg saved his 30 rack of the PBR as well for the Godzilla.
I mean, I'm
What is
all
going-
for anything Godzilla related. I am so fucking in. I am wicked fucking excited for November for -0. But we'll talk about that as it gets closer for sure.
Oh, yeah, and I'm definitely. Shit, dude, we could organize the time to go and see that.
Oh hell yeah! That's gonna be
That would be
probably-
awesome, actually.
Yeah, I'm down because I know my wife is not gonna want to go. I mean, she didn't like Last of the Mohicans. I highly doubt she's gonna like this.
Maybe not. Dude, that could be a mandate. We're gonna
Hell
make
yeah.
a mandate. Not
'Cause
like a man.
So my biggest thing, like I like to go to the movie. Like when me and my buddies, because Sean will probably come with us too, because Sean's a big
Hell
movie
yeah.
guy too. But Sean and John Courtreel and I used to go whenever the Star Wars movies would come out. We had a thing like we would go to the movie and then we would go to Buffalo Wild Wings to discuss the movie afterwards. I love doing that. I love going to see a movie and then let's go get some beers and wings and talk about what we just saw.
I am down for that. Absolutely.
So
100%.
1,000. Pencil it. Don't even pencil it in. Sharpie that shit.
I'm
in. We're
gonna
doing it.
write it in with my dick.
Yes. Use your dick as a Sharpie and write that shit in.
Yeah, we'll figure out the date, and
Well, yeah. Once it comes out, we'll go that weekend or whatever. Because I like to go opening weekend because I do like it when there's like
a
some
crowd,
people in the theater a little bit. And
The
you hear
ones
the
that-
reactions.
and the ones that want to be there because they're also their opening weekend.
Right, because they're also nerds,
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, "Oh, I see you showed up to Godzilla on opening weekend. Cheers, my nerd friend."
Yes, I also smuggled like a full sleeve of Dr. McGillicuddy apple pie nips.
Oh, I'm gonna get my popcorn and I'm gonna get my large Coca-Cola.
Yep.
And then I will have a pint of Captain 100 with me
There you go.
always because that's my go-to for the theater.
I saw Mortal Kombat 2 a few weeks ago.
How was it?
It was fun. It was what I wanted out of it.
Awesome. Because I loved the first
I had to get up to piss like 3 times, but it didn't take me that long. But the movie was fun. I
Nice.
enjoyed it for what it is. The first one out of the new ones, I was like, okay, well, this new character doesn't. Should we care about him because he's not an actual he's not based on an actual character in the game?
Oh, really? I thought this one was based on Johnny Cage.
Well, no, this one is. Well, it follows him and Katana, but
Sweet.
the first one out of the
Who
new
plays
ones,
Katana though? That's going to be a big.
she's pretty hot.
Yeah, that's.
But in the first one, it followed a guy who's like the descendant of Scorpion, so you think he's gonna become Scorpion, but no, he is the descendant of Scorpion. He's a completely new character that's not ever been in the game before.
Is this the chick? I think I follow. No, all right, never mind. I follow a real like a girl who does real life Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat stuff.
You mean a cosplayer?
A cosplay, yeah, but she's like, she's an actual like a super like highly skilled martial artist.
Okay.
But then she dresses like the characters and does like her workouts, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, I follow ladies like that on Instagram. So
I mean, my whole Instagram feed, it's so funny. My whole Instagram feed is like race cars, paintball guns,
fitness girls,
fitness sluts, just sluts in general. And
ones
then
that
more
aren't even fit.
and then more sluts. Yeah. Oh, and comedy. And then the daily hazmat.
Then there's some
Yeah, there's like the daily hazmat thing. Have I ever showed you that on Instagram? The daily hazmat thing where they like just dance to this like hazmat spill and they like clean it up. Have I ever showed you that one?
I think you might. Hey,
I'll
you know
send it
what?
to you anyway.
Yeah, send it again. Who cares?
I'll send it again. But it's one of my favorite. The song in it is fucking hilarious and it's super catchy and I listen to it all the time now and it's wicked annoying because I'm just like do 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 and I'm like fuck. I'm like I'm doing
it's
it
like
again.
that. It sounds like. This sounds
It's
like
kinda-
an NES game, like boop, boop, doo, doo, doo,
Oh, it
doo,
is. It's super fucking like it could.
Like
I
8-bit
guarantee you it would be
sound
like
chip.
if it was 8-bit, it would be funnier. Oh, I just opened Instagram and one of my friends is pregnant. That's cute.
Well,
hold on.
congratulations to them.
Yeah,
whoever the fuck they are.
congratulations, friend. What is it?
What's your face?
to
Congrats to
send
what's
it-
your face and who's the name?
I gotta send this to you right now because this. All right, yeah, I'm sending this to you right this second because I'll forget if I don't. Let's see, Arsenio Corridor. Where are you?
That's me.
Oh, I know. I love that name, by the way. That's fucking hilarious to me.
It came to
Okay.
me in a dream.
I sent it to you.
And by that I mean I was taking a shit and I was like, Well, Arsenio Corridor is like Arsenio Hall, but it isn't.
Yeah, which is actually funnier.
Yeah. So
It
yeah,
somehow actually works better.
it's,
Um,
and instead of going ooh ooh ooh, I go. Well, I do the same thing just with the other arm. I'm a
Oh,
left.
my
Well,
God.
I do some things left-handed. I'm ambidextrous, so I'll use my left arm instead of my
I'm
right.
ambidextrous when I need to be, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, giving
um,
yourself to stranger.
Yeah. Well, my left hand's actually dead right now because, like this hand, I'm like, yeah, woo, throw up horns, like all cool, and then I do it with this hand, and it's just like my pinky. That's all my pinky does.
Mm.
It doesn't extend. I have to have surgery in about a
You got
month.
like, tendons or nerve damage.
I got nerve damage in my elbow or something. I don't know. But they're gonna cut me open and scissor back all the layers of fat, slabby muscle I've built up in my arms over the last couple decades, and hopefully that will relieve the pressure, and I can be like, woo, again.
Yeah, they're gonna
Um,
cut in that like a boar that is your arm. And,
Yeah.
like,
Like, I don't know how you're gonna get through this, bro. It's pretty solid.
these are 24-inch pythons, brother.
Yeah. Like, I'm no John Bigelow, but I'm getting there.
Working on it.
You ever seen John's forearms? Holy shit.
Yeah,
He's
they're.
incredible.
It's
It's insane.
it's
He's
like he
he's-
jacks off all the time with both
Well,
hands.
I think like I don't know if he's a professional, but like he's like an arm wrestler. That's his thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, holy fuck. I'm like, first of all, like he's strong as fuck. And then you look at his forearms, you're like, God, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, I would love to have that. That is fucking insane.
Yeah, his
But,
forearms could be somebody's biceps, essentially.
Easily.
Like,
easily. It's fucking awesome.
No
I love
problem.
it. You'll love to see it. But my goal, he posted a video. He did a video of himself. He did he incline pressed the 100-pound dumbbells, I think, for 41 reps.
Jesus.
And even though he did not, he probably didn't even know like we were friends on Facebook, but I took that personally. So my goal is to do the 130s for 50 by this time next year.
Shit, the line in the sand has been drawn.
Yeah, so I gotta one up him now. Like I'm like, because that's really impressive. Hundreds for 40 is really.
You heard it
Really
here,
fucking
folks.
It's really good. But yeah, I was like, I don't know why I took that personally, but challenge accepted.
It felt like a. You demand satisfaction. He slapped you in the face with a wet glove.
Glove slap, baby.
Such
glove
a big
slap.
yap. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, no, he's a fucking animal. I love it. I love watching his videos of him working out, dude. It's fucking awesome. But
Well, good luck doing that if you do. And
well, I have the surgery July 2nd is when my surgery is scheduled, which is a
how are
Thursday.
you going to
so I
be
won't-
able to salute the flag on the 4th of July, you son of a
Well, luckily it's
bitch?
my left hand, so I can still. hit it
All
with the
right.
and
All
then-
right.
But the best part about having surgery on July 2nd is that I will be medically excused from work for 4th of July weekend.
Hell yeah.
And in the words of my wife, she goes, "Oh look, she goes, "Oh look, everything's coming up, Joey, as always."
Just like how things would usually come up Millhouse, right?
Exactly. Did I tell you I saw the superintendent at my work real quick?
He
I-
said Super Nintendo
And
Chalmers.
I called him Super Nintendo Lazat. I don't think he caught it or understood what I was saying, but I told one of my like lieutenants about it, and he's a huge Simpsons fan, died.
He was like, yeah.
He's like, God, I wish I had been there to do it, to see that. I was like, I know. I was like, you're the one person I thought of.
Fucking Ralph Wiggum, that idiot.
Super Nintendo. I fucking love that shit. But anyway, all right, we'll leave it there. I've dragged this out long enough, I think.
Well, I think it went well enough, and
I actually I had a lot of fun with this one tonight. This was a good time.
absolutely, it was once again another great freeform conversation show here that only the adult table can provide.
Next
really.
week, though, I think we should do our worst South Park episode ever. We'll take a week to think about it.
I mean, it's not going to take me that long to think about it.
Well, not including this past season.
No, okay, not include. Okay,
Yeah, not including this last season.
All right,
because I could just pick any episode from that season and be like, that's it.
It-
Sure, That's the worst one. But no,
really, just
not
the
including
last one because
season.
how insulting it was. But yeah,
Yeah, but we can do that next week because the new season did announce that it's coming out the 16th of September.
sure, we can think of our worst
because it's gonna take me a minute to figure
South
that
Park
one out.
episodes individually, not including last season.
Yes,
That's a big caveat. I'm really gonna have to dig deep.
same. Fucking same, dude.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
I'm curious to see what an answer you arrive at because you're one of the few people that know South Park in and out as much as I do.
Ooh, I've been in and out of it lots of times. Yeah.
Telling you right now, yeah. But anyhow,
Fucking A, bro.
I'm gonna go race some fake race cars.
You're gonna go rape face and
I'm gonna go rape faces and fake race cars.
hell yeah, brother.
Time to rape face, bro.
Watch out for Clemens and God bless.
Down with them Clemens.
All right, folks.
All right, bud. Enjoy your week. I'll talk to you next Monday.
Absolutely, brother. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
watching,
everybody.
folks. And always a pleasure, Joe.
Peace.
Later.